Welcome everybody to 48 Talk Award Ceremony Special. I am your host, Rage Baldy as always. Joining me this time is the full crew of DX on the right, Colin on the bottom right, Derek on the bottom left, and our guest Steve Stigmere in the middle. And welcome back, Yeo as well. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
How you guys doing? We're all dressed up and all special for this award ceremony special, our third annual award ceremony special, where we go throughout the year of AKB48 and some part of the Sakamichi series, where we see and dissect how the year went. So how are you guys doing today?
A bit sore, but yeah.
Good. Have goals.
Yeah. All right. So, well, before we get into our categories for the show, I think since we took some 2 weeks off, we had all a very nice Christmas. I hope. Had some fun holiday shop. Lots of working on my end. Busy as hell. I don't know how much people have money, but apparently a guy just bought fireworks for 2,000 euros. So.
Oh, that's normal.
Just
that's pretty normal, actually.
Crazy people in work. But as our tradition is, we have a lot of news that came through it. And
of course.
Starting right now, Colin just froze right as we worked. He'll come back soon. So yeah, the biggest news that happened, I think Colin is back. There's a graduation announcement that's, could fit one of our categories, and that will be actually the first category we go to. Like the most shocking moments of the year. So yeah, HKT48 Sashi Hararino announced his graduation.
Yep.
I think we were, well, for me I was blown away, but also a little bit like expected. But again, just HKT48, bad luck for them. How do you guys feel about that announcement?
Yeah, it's more like not only do they lose Sakura and Nako, and Sashi is going away as well. That is quite the blow they are receiving. And I know she wants to see a new HKT, but she also said they don't want HKT to rely on her fame on something like that. But it's more like, ouch.
Derek?
Couple things. First of all, just belated Merry Christmas to everybody. And
No.
Belated Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I froze there for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so happy New Year to everyone, because it'll be New Year's here very soon. Also, Yayo, happy to see you back. It's been a long time. Steve, good to see you as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us as usual. As far as Sashi goes, here's the deal. I think there's definitely a longer conversation that will come into play with this. So I'll reserve for when that happens. But I will say that I agree with DX. HKT, man, they're going the way of the NMB kids, man. Just getting decimated. Graduations. And then not only that, it is the freaking reigning, well, one of the reigning all-time greats in AKB. You know, so that's not good either. So I don't know. I will miss her, but at the same time, we've kind of had this prepared for a long time. Sashi's had both her feet out the AKB door for a long time now. So, you know, but we could talk about that a lot more later. We have a lot to go through today.
Yeah. So, Colin, any thoughts?
On Sashi?
Yeah.
Not that surprising. Maybe because it was near the end of the year that it was kind of surprising, but it was like, yeah, it wasn't as surprising for me. I was like, yeah, she should be graduating before like Yukirin and such. I wasn't that surprised. Still a shock, but not a category for my pick.
You?
Yeah, it's not really surprising. Like, we know, like, ever since from a while that we know Sashi's gonna be out soon, like Sayane. And like, with Sayane, you guys predicted like Sayane's this year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And like you even last year you said that like, oh yeah, Sayane is graduating in 2017, not 2018. But like Sashi, it was a bit surprising, but we knew it was coming. So That's from
Yeah.
Yeah, true, but
I would say there was one left, and that's Yukirin, and that will be in 2019 somewhere, maybe in the middle.
likely, most likely.
Again, we're doing this again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. So what do you think, Steve?
I mean, I honestly wasn't that shocked as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been kind of expecting it for like at least the past 1 or 2 for her to graduate.
Mhm.
But like, I do like the reason why she's kind of wants to see a new HKT, and I think that they need this well.
Oh, currently they have no ace, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably for the purpose to find like a new ace, and members promote themselves more.
Mm.
So
it's gonna be a fun 2019. But
Yeah.
this
but-
show will be going through 2018. So we have 10 categories that we're going through. Starting off with most shocking moment of the year. So who would like to go first?
I'm going first, I guess. Well, the most shocking is from a former 48 group called GNZ48, and that was the suicide of Do UI.
Oh, that's wow. That's a very heavy load to go on first. Well, yeah, that's that got really too real.
Yeah, it was more like I never expected it to happen. It's more like when I read about it, like, jeez, what did I just read? Am I reading this correctly? And I had to read it a couple of times, but yeah, she committed suicide, and I was like, this guy, yeah, I don't know, man. It was so shocking. It was more like I was stunned for a few moments, actually. So yeah.
It's weird to say, but like we've been spoiled in a weird way that like no members of anybody in AKB groups have like died or been tragically hurt to the point where they couldn't recover, and then finally this happened. Like I don't want to say it was bound to happen, but I mean there was a lot of members, a lot of people potentially could die, but it's just sad that it had to be a suicide. It had to be some girl that like we didn't really know, but I still felt it very deeply. I think we all did, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Something you won't expect to talk about,
No.
during the show because.
No.
But you never know what goes into a mind of a person, and when we discussed it, it's just like, yeah, she was not any more part of the group, but she was still a previous member of the
Right.
group, and it's still just it hit at all of us, I would say. So that's a very good pick, DX, I would say. So
Yeah. All love to her family. Hopefully they'll somehow find a way to move on.
all right. Who's going next?
I guess I'll go. So I have one from Takemichi and then one from AKB. I guess I'll start with the AKB one. So my most shocking moment was when Jirina announced hiatus. Because she's my Kamiyoshi, so
Good one,
I'm
good
obviously
one.
shocked with that. And obviously how long it took for the hiatus kind of goes along with that. And then for Sakimichi, it would be Imaizumi Yui's grad announcement. That hit me really hard.
I will extend on that story because my most shocking moments is a little bit of cheating. It's hiatuses, like several hiatuses throughout the entire year. And just if you just read upon how many people have said they're taking a hiatus, they're not physically in bad condition. You just said, with Junina, this was the biggest one, I would say. But with Hirate Yunina from Keikizaka 46, just on and off, on and off.
That's right.
And now recently they've discovered she has joint disorder. It's like her hip and some of her parts of the connection of the bones are loose. So basically that's why she's not able to dance as well because, well, basically her bones are popping out. And that's bad. Of course, we have Shida Manaka that was also gone. Where you said Imaizumi Yui. There's, I believe, another. I keep forgetting her name, but there's another one from Keikizaka 46 who have a hiatus. We have so many throughout the year that say, well, they're not here for physical condition. We're still waiting for Harupi to come back, and it's like, for me, the shocking thing is like how many, members are not able to come back, or just having not the physical condition to stay in a idol group, and that's just really shocking to me. To that said, you had something to reply to this.
Because you were saying hiatus, isn't Gotorara part of it too?
Yes,
Yeah,
Gotorara is also. She took more of a hiatus because I think of school. But you're right.
Yeah.
It's not only with physical condition. It's like other projects. Iriamana is one of as well. You know, saying goodbye, and she's having a lot of fun with the cast of the Mexican show. It's she is technically not in AKB48 currently, so she doesn't have the love ban, and I'm seeing on her Instagram what's happening. But also, you know, with the whole IS1 and Produce 48 that we have, we're missing 2 HKT members and a teammate member that are now on a hiatus basically for 2.5 years. That's just it pounds me that the rules basically how it was in AKB48 in a group entirely and the Sakamichi, just like we're an idol group, you are set into these rules, but lately it's like you can come in whenever you want. Like Derek, he comes in and out when he wants currently.
Oh my god, that was too good. That was too good. Oh.
Sorry, Derek, I had the perfect segue. You'll hear it later.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Oh my god.
But yes, that is my most shocking moment of the year. So, who would like to go next? Colin.
I have actually a positive one. It's Achan getting married and getting pregnant. It's more of a. It's like you hear that. It's like Achan is getting married first of all, and then getting pregnant. Like she is how many months pregnant now? It's like wow, how far the world has gone from AKB. That the queen, the all-time queen, is now lovey-dovey with her very nice husband, if you can call it a husband, I think so. And now she is having a baby bump. It's like, wow, we have gone that far now, and that's such a great thing. I really thought that was a very shocking in a positive sense. Like, I did not see that coming, because no one that has graduated like a big name has done something like that, like getting married and pregnant, which is a big step in life. So I picked that one.
That's a very nice one actually to do here on that side. I would say with Achan that she's still going to work and now getting roles that she plays the pregnant lady in those shows. That's of course that's a possibility she would go into there.
Of course.
She doesn't stop working going through that, but I remember when we found out that you could see that as a shocking moment, because we were just like, wow, really? Just like the #1 basically girl from AKB48, pregnant and married, and now just a full-grown woman basically. Just a weird feeling on that side. Yeo, you had something to say.
The funny thing is too, like, you know, in June and Sakura, like
Oh yeah.
Yuko's the one pregnant and talking to.
It's almost close to the dates basically when they said so many years later.
I really want to go to that school next year, but I can't. Oh.
That's very good.
I'll go next.
Go.
I have 2 shocking moments actually.
Oh, okay.
And bad one.
All right.
I'll go with bad one first because we just did good. Shocking moments is the random graduations that happens just during after a show. Like just yesterday, a member from HKT, I don't know, just graduated. Even Uemura Asusa from NDB. It's like, oh yeah, I'm graduating today. They're like, what?
Yeah.
So it's like random graduations after another is the shocking moment for me.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Didn't happen with NMB as well, like the girl on showroom.
Uemura Asusa.
She doesn't even graduate. She's like, I quit.
I'm done.
But no. I'm not going. It's like, you can do that.
Matsuda Yumi. Same with Matsuda Yumi from HKT.
It's weird. And I saw like a picture going today that I forgot her name, from Produce 48, that she didn't make it. You know, the one that sings wonderfully, that has our YouTube channel. I currently get the name missing.
Takeuchi Miyu?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she just graduated, had her graduation stage just last week. And like, was it already happening? And just stuff like this, it just feels like
Yeah.
A lot of it's escaping me, and you would think like when we were doing this show and we're up to date on news like a lot, but so many things just slip through, like a lot of graduation moments. Just like
random.
Fujita Nana is another one, I believe.
Yeah.
Fujita Nana, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, alright, bye bye.
Bye.
Well, good one, yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I have a good one now. It was during the Sosenkyo when Shi-chan ranked 100.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That was so amazing. I was so amazed at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
She herself was shocked. She herself was shocked about it.
Shi-chan got 100 and everybody was like,
Ooh.
Yeah,
I remember that moment.
everybody, the whole dome, they're like, yep.
We were all in the in a hotel room watching it, and it just started. We were just so excited with the 100 announcement. I think Colin, you filmed it, I believe.
Yeah, I have a video of that. Yeah.
Wow. And also, like, on the Senkyo too, like, and the NGT fans just slay it every time an NGT member gets going, like,
God, I missed you, Yayo. I missed you. Thank you for the demonstration. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the demonstration.
There's only a small section of them, and there's like literally mostly SKE, and they're getting.
Oh, they're getting their butts whipped by NGT fans. Because NGT fans are insane. They sell their farms for their girls. That's all you need to say.
Those rice farms.
Those rice
They have
farms,
farms. That's why their voices are so loud, because they have to talk to another person like at least 3 minutes away. So, like, Ohio gozaimasu! Right? That's why their lungs are so good. So,
You know, no, actually, Yayo, you know why? Because they went to Russia. They learned how to drink, like, real Russian vodka.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh, you know, they got that Russian spirit in them. Because they spent so much time over there. You know they didn't leave Russia without getting tanked. All of them. I can just see like, totally tanked. Like
Ukraine was
like,
so drunk. I can totally
her
see.
especially. Well, she looks like the type that she would only be able to take, like, one sip of a drink, and then she'd get, like, that Asian tip-over thing. No offense, Yayo. Like, it just, boom, like, done. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I say that because I know enough Asians that I think I can say that, and it's a stereotype, but it's true. It's so true. And so I'm just going to say, Karen fits that. And I can just see it. I'd love to drink with that girl in a non-dating weird way because that's not my thing. But I'm just saying, like, just love to watch and observe her try to do that. But then if she's with all her little NGT girls, she might want to be like the mom type and be like, you know what? I can't really drink. But I don't. Oh, God. And then you can just see like Ogi and Hinatan like trying to carry her, and Maho being bitch, you don't know what you doing, slurping it down. Okay. Enough of my fan. Sorry, I'm like fan fictioning it right now. God damn it, yeah, I miss you. I love when we go off the rails. Anyways, all right, sorry, continue. What the hell are we talking about?
The most shocking moment.
Karen getting drunk is pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Well, Derek,
That's the most shocking moment that didn't happen, but should have.
Yeah. Well, Derek, we're at your pick for most shocking moment.
Shoot, me?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna make it. Now it's gonna get like super depressing because I have a really good one that's really depressing. Okay, so my most shocking moment is actually realization I had this year that things didn't improve. I know it's a bit abstract, but hear me out. When Teacher came out, I thought, okay, you know, I'm not totally sold on the single, but as I heard it more and more, I gotta be honest, it wore on me. I was like, I can dig this. I thought Yui was great in it. You know, that we critiqued the MV and it was like, whatever. The Susenkyo was amazing. We had fun. We had fun watching it. When Sentimental Train came out, it was like all that for this.
Yeah.
And then Jarina disappeared. Sayane announced grad and then left. And then she actually graduated. Sashi said, "What's up, ladies? I'm out. Peace." We lost Fujita Nana, like you said. I know that might not be a big thing, but to me, that was deeply important to me. She's the very, very first girl in AKB I ever shook hands with, and she's so beautiful. And I love when she won the junk. It was one of the best moments of my life as an AKB fan. Gone, you know. And then that's just like tip of the iceberg. It was like all these things happen. We lost Sakura-tan in a good way, but in a bad way. It's like over all of this though, the music. There was literally only one song out of all the coupling songs and all the songs AKB as a whole group put out that actually moved my heart. Only one. That's not good. And on top of that, like the sister groups, like for the most part, we got all these amazing announcements. Nothing happened. Manila 48 went off the rails completely. I mean, worse than we do. And then it's just there was so much like white noise coming through about like the sister groups, what they were doing, what they're not doing. We still don't know what half of them are doing. And then it's like on top of that, we got a little bit of a hint that maybe even Yokoyama Yui might be like, you know what, I might be hanging it up soon, which would be devastating because she's been such a good center, but she's been hinting. And then of course, it's just like everybody's left. We had random quits, the suicide. Although that's not really necessarily tied into the overall badness of AKB. It's just that like this year was not the best year for AKB. It wasn't. Also, Nozawa even announced grad. It's we lost so many people this year, and we lost so much momentum this year, and no songs, no big tour moments, no big huge funny moment on AK Bingo that was like, oh my god, do you remember that? Like there was nothing. This year was like flatline with a few bumps. So that realization was the most shocking moment for me.
I would say not even flatline. It would, if you had stock, it would go down, 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 maybe a little bit up and never down, down, down.
Sure.
It was
just shocking. It wasn't the AKB that I was used to, because every year, like even the year before, NGT saved it all with their amazing second single, which blew me away. I mean, came in at the nick of time in December, made me so teary-eyed. Every time I hear that song, I still get a little emotional, you know? It's a perfect song in so many ways. And like the video is great, the MV is perfect. So NGT like saved AKB that year. But this year it was like there was no salvation really. There was nothing. So it's a shocking moment, but it doesn't mean I'm giving up hope. I know none of us will either. You know, 2019 is looking to be amazing already. I mean, just as the overall scope of life and everything that's going to happen in 2019 all across the media board. I just feel like we're going to have a good year. I got to be positive, because I think you got to go through the dark to get to the light. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's like, okay, we had an off year. Boom, 2019 is going to be insane. So let's hope it is.
That's a good emphasis for next year, I would say.
All
right. But then we have to pick one, even though it wasn't such a good year, you said, Derek. For our next category, let's go to Best Concert of the Year. All right, who would like to go first?
I mean, I'll just start, because I've only saw one concert, and that was the Sosenkyo.
Yeah.
Pre-Sosenkyo concert. That's the only one that I saw.
What do you think of the concert itself? Not just because you saw the only one, but why is there a reason that you only saw that one?
Well, there wasn't really any streaming links to the others, unless I don't really download any of the concerts as well. So that's really the only one that I. Overall, I really liked the concert.
Yeah, the concert. You know, if we're talking again about controversy, what happened there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What
do you think, Steve?
I think Yeo is interacting Judy right now, but Steve, go ahead.
Well, I mean,
He's really going into
it. I mean, there's definitely ups and downs with it. Like, I'm kind of more leaning on Jirina's more in the right to me. It's not just because, like, just from all the stuff that I've heard up until now. And, like, somebody in one of the Discord groups, like, he saw the DVD or whatever. So he saw, like, kind of behind the scenes of what happened during during the concert or whatever why Jirina was mad. So I can see why now.
Well, we have to wait till the documentary that came out recently to be subbed, so we can finally figure out what happened behind the scenes on that side. And I've been corrected by a few in the comments from our last episode that said like it's more like Nogizaka is beating us currently, and that was he was so passionate about it. So a little translation over there.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so that's a good concert, I would say. But other than that,
It was fun.
it was fun. I wouldn't say there's something memorable that would be like, well, except for that moment, but that wasn't because of the singing. That was just like they went through their song list and was like, cool, okay. Anyone else with a best concert? Can anyone will top the Sosenkyo concert?
I'm not sure if it's necessarily the best concert, but it's more like ending of an era.
Yeah.
In particular, NMB48's ending of an era. Sayaka Sonic or Yamamoto Sayaka's graduation concert.
Yeah, that's my pick as well.
When I watched it, when I finally got around to watch it, I was like, this. Even when I was just watching it from a TV screen, you can sense the atmosphere. Everyone is being down about pretty much the absolute ace of NMB leaving, and when she finally walked away, it's more like, wow. And how we continue.
That really, that closing of the door they take so literally in the concerts. It really was a very good send-off, just to see what she meant for the group. Also with the people from the past coming back, you know, Milky being there, Yamanana being there, just showing that, yeah, this is basically the end of NMB as you know it, and still support the new NMB that's coming up. And hopefully, yeah, it will be a very good year to them, but I agree with that. The Yamamoto Sayaka Sonic concert, that was the best concert to be there, and to all the people who went, it's like you experienced something special, I would say. Anyone else?
Totally agree.
Actually, I had picked the general election concert as well. What happened with Jirina and Sakura, I honestly forgot about it. For me, it's more like an afterthought. Or like, oh yeah, that happened. I pretty much ignored that one. So for me, I enjoyed it maybe a bit more. Just the sheer size of it, all the groups together, with the World 48, that they did that one thing. Which,
that's right.
World Senbatsu.
Which kinda is getting a return, but we'll talk about that in the next episode. There's something happening that's really cool in January, but I really enjoyed that concert. Just fun seeing everyone, like really everyone, except maybe Gotorara and everyone who did not participate in the Sosenkyo itself. But just fun, all the songs, all the units, groups. That was just a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
There's a funny thing about the Sosenkyo concert though. Unjo Hirona literally wrote a whole essay of why she likes this one song.
Oh wow!
I remember that. Yeah.
Like around me, everyone was like, "Nagai yo, nagai, nagai, nagai."
They showed it on the screen. Yeah, the best set list, like a members request hour they did.
Yeah. Like, Unjo Hirona was like, "Hick, hick, hick."
Awesome.
That's a very good one. All right, anyone else wants to add for the concert? Derek?
Yeah, I think the NGT Handshake concert that I went to was probably my favorite. I think it added in the fact that it was live and I got to be there. Anytime I see AKB live, of course, I think that's going to beat anything I could watch on a DVD or live stream. But it was more for the fact that NGT just crushed it. They reminded me why I'm still here, why I still love the fandom, why I still love being an AKB fan. You know, for all that you want to say about what's her name, the troublemaker in NGT. God, why is her name?
Nakai Rika?
Yeah, thank you. Rika, for all you want to say about her, crushed it live, crushed it. And it was just like Katamina, watching her do her thing, seeing her, and then when all the girls were walking around, and you know, I was with Christopher, and he caught one of the balls from one of the girls,
nice.
and it was like, you know, it was, and literally they were like this close, like Nikairika's like this close to me, you know, Katamina's this close. It's like, and they're just and it's like, oh my god, like there they are. It's just you get that sense that you're really part of something. But the best part, of course, is always the overture. When you hear thousands of Woda, you know, doing the overture.
Yeah,
it's like you can't help. You know, we've all.
You have to scream along. You have to scream along, yeah. Oh man.
You can't help but be overwhelmed. You can't help it. Like for me, the best one was HKT's handshake when I went, because the HKT fans are like, I mean, NGT fans are crazy, but I think NGT fans are crazy that are in NGT. I don't necessarily think they all come down to Tokyo for like a handshake, but I think like the HKT fans that I saw at Makahari the one time were, I mean, it was ear splitting. Like it was so loud for the girls. And also too, because there was 2 stages for the HKT. There's one that I was right next to and the one far away. So it's like you couldn't escape it. It was like, whoa, the craziness everywhere. But the NGT, it was like, when I heard it, it was like that thrill, that rush, that like you get a little teary-eyed. You're like, yeah, this is awesome. And like, you know, and the light's good. You're just like, yes, I'm here. And it's like, and then when they bust into like, you know, like old school AKB songs.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, I think they did like Ponytail, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, you know, you know, it's you can't help but feel it. So that was definitely my favorite concert moment of the year.
Perfect.
I'm the last one, I guess. Even though I went to the Senkyo and there's so much good stuff happen in the Senkyo, I'm picking the Seijin Shiki concert.
Which one?
The 20-year-old members, the one that.
Oh yeah.
The adult side, yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember that one?
I
moment
remember that moment. Yes, I remember it vividly.
Toyota Drive, you know.
The kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, that's also a shocking moment, I would say. Like, whoa. Yeah, they enjoyed it.
Yep.
Whatever they say, they really enjoyed it. That's a very good one, I would say. I still need to watch the concert fully, basically. It's a good one, yeah. DX, could you do me a favor and could you read the comments from our last show, because I believe there are some people that have some their own picks for best concert and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I've got one at the moment in front of me. It's from Paisen Ika. It was posted 2 days ago, and her best concert was the Okada Nana concert and the Yamamoto Sayaka concert, the Keyaki Saka second year anniversary concert, and the Keyaki Republic of 2018.
Oh, that's very, very good. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wow, me not thinking about the Okada Nana concert.
Yeah, wow.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was wondering.
That's very bad of me. Well, it was still a good concert. I'm gotta say, hey, it's Okada Nana, so hey, there's some nice moments with scissors that I'm still gonna remember vividly. That she's ripping off some stuff of her. What's happening there? You have a ghost?
No, just
Things like someone's entering your.
I'm stretching my arm.
I was thinking like someone's entering your room. It's like, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, there you go.
No, that's a very good pick from the comment side of that. So thanks for that. But if you can read throughout the show some comments that we have from our fans, because sadly I cannot see it right now. Colin, yes?
I have them.
Oh, you have them. Oh, perfect. Then
Okay.
you and DX can help on that part. So,
Sure.
do you see something that we haven't mentioned yet?
Flores said Kita Rie graduation concert, which I believe he has seen now because I helped him. But I haven't seen it, but that's a pretty good one. Fan of the show, Ricky. He has also something, but I can't see it now. So I'm gonna skip him. Sorry, Ricky. I get there in a moment. But I have Miroslav. He said, and that's something that I also agree with, the No Sleeves concert.
Oh yeah.
I think that's.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Yeah.
Anniversary. It's pretty good one. And then SI-Doitsu, who also said the NMB 48 Yamamoto Sayaka graduation concert, as well as the Nogizaka 6th anniversary concert.
Also
and,
a good one.
Hiragana Christmas 2018, he said.
Ah, the Christmas special. Forgot that one. That's also something on my list. No, but with the Nogizaka side, they had not only the biggest graduation of their group from Nishino Nanase this year, but a lot of members that were graduating as well. They put them all in that concert, and a lot of tears were shed during that specific concert. So Nogizaka had a pretty good year actually. That's very good. Okay, so shall we move on to our next category?
Yeah.
Yes, and that is best show or showroom. And I think, well, I'm gonna go first on this one.
Sure.
I still will count this because for half of it, it was part of the show, but for me, it is Produce 48.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Yeah, same here.
That's the energy that we missed, that we needed, the spice. Even though it was a Korean show, just seeing all the members in there going throughout week to week, and then we're infuriating how the editing was and how the voting and the end goes. So just getting excited for that. I was waiting for Produce 48 every week just to see in there. And just what do we have now to create the Eyes One? Just how fun and amazing that time was. I have so many good moments from Produce 48, just getting in there, and every week just wondering, oh, who's going to be on top now? Who's going to be the number one there? And who's going to make it? How are they doing? Oh my god, the singing voices, just amazing show on that quality. Yeah, you have something?
No, that's the Produce 48 logo.
Yeah, he's trying to do the this one, I think.
wait.
You know, in Nekoya they go like.
Nekoya.
You know, they go like.
No, that's actually a heart they do.
No, I thought they did one time like this.
No, that's they go like.
That's at the start. That's at the start, I think.
That's this. They go this way.
Oh, what? I thought.
Da-da-da-da-da. And they go like, pick me up. Okay. Anyway, Steve?
Yeah, actually. Both from Sakamichi. Hiragana Oshi, I really got into Hiragana Oshi and really enjoyed it this year. And then also Nogiego.
Oh, Nogiego.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Nogiego.
Yeah. Always some good moments there. Last moments were the what was it? The reaction or the how afraid are they? Remember the queen on that side, just getting the overreacting competitions, like fun moments like that.
Yeah.
I would say to that show. Derek.
I'm sorry, Steve. Did you have another one, or are you good?
No. I'm good.
Was Keikite Kakenai this year? Was this the year they did the balls where they were in the big plastic ball? They were hitting each other. Was that this year? Or was that last year?
I think that was last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, because I was gonna say there was a moment where Keikite Kakenai had like a really good momentum and rhythm, and I remember we were talking about it every week. We were like, "Oh, this is good." It's definitely tapered down and disappeared. Like I don't even think about it anymore. AK Bingo, I wanted to say would be the best, but honestly, like Produce 48 got us all excited.
Yeah.
We were all like every week. It was like, what's gonna happen? And also, the best part about Produce 48 for me was seeing the Korean side. Like watching our girls interact with the Korean girls and like how amazingly precious the Korean girls were to our girls. Yep. Like they were kind, they were sisterly. There wasn't really any cat fighting. They were honest, which I thought was cool. And when it came time to like pick girls, and they were all sitting around like who's gonna be the group leader. Like a lot of Korean girls like, hey, I think this girl's better. And like that honesty was a little bit refreshing because in Japan, like saying no, you'll do everything but say no to say no. Like it's all you always avoid that direct confrontation. Whereas Korea, it's more like, nope, you suck, and I'm gonna tell you. And it was kind of interesting to see that dynamic. It was infuriating. It was very infuriating. The first episode really had me very upset and not wanting to watch. I like that I was converted by the end to think, okay, this is a good thing. Really sucked that the song that they put out, La Vie en Rose, is nowhere near as exciting or as fun as the whole journey to get there to make it, in my opinion. But I'd say overall, we saw the rise of some girls that would never gotten the time of day in AKB.
Yep.
Shitao, comes to mind. He told me. Well, maybe he told me what up, but still, like there was just some really interesting moments overall. And I think that's the best part about it is it came out of nowhere, came from Korea, which is nice to see Korea and Japan together on something, and it didn't involve fighting over islands or any other godforsaken political problems that those two countries have. It was just nice. It was a cool thing. I hope we can see more of it. So I definitely say Produce 48 is definitely the best, easily the best. But I am curious, did any of you have a showroom that was good? Because I didn't watch Showroom at all.
No.
Colin.
I'm here,
Colin.
of course.
Colin.
I have for best show and best showroom. So I have two. Sorry. Best showroom. I picked Neko Jida, which is like a almost daily showroom that features 46, 48, and just other people. But for me specifically, it's when they did the karaoke stuff. And it started all the way back, I believe it was Kashiwagi Yuki, Murashige Anna, I think, and Chi guys from an X-Cute member. And that was just so amazing. And every showroom that they did the karaoke, I watched it because it's just so much fun. Just 2, sometimes 3 girls, just having a blast, doing karaoke, people having input, like singing completely different songs. Most of the time, they didn't even create songs, like from Hello Project and whatever. It was just, I just loved that, seeing all those people. And for best show, I got obviously something completely different.
Yeah.
I have Victory BNK48.
Oh yeah.
I have watched that show, and that's pretty much AK Bingo, but at least for me. I think they do a lot of good stuff. The hosts are great and fun. They really have input in the program, and they let the girls be the stars of the show, but they don't. They will also like have some funny things. The production quality is just amazing. Like they have people watching as well as live public, live in the back. And different girls. I don't understand the language one bit, but it's just so much fun. Like they also have great production design. It's really well done. The editing is, it's like when Produce 48 like sucks ass, theirs was so great. It was not boring or stupid or just bad, but really great. And they had guests every week, like famous rappers or singers. I remember the Thai voiceover from Elsa, an Olympic boxer, Cher Prung's co-star in her movie Homestay. Like so many people joining in and having so many funny things. I wrote it down because otherwise I forgot. Like they would do things you would see on AK Bingo, like making them scared of something, or like they also had like they had worms instead of the cicada, and they had to sing, and that was also very funny. What else did they have? Like hidden camera shows. They had stuff where they wore flippers and they had glasses, and there was like drinks in it, and they had to walk and put that in like a can, which was very funny. They also did a fashion thing. It's like they really did like a lot of funny stuff, upbeat stuff. Saw many girls that I was very interested in. Of course, they have Izurina who always show, but also had some great emotional moments. Even though I don't know nothing about the language, there were moments where I cried. Like I don't know, I have no clue what they're saying, and yet I still cried at some moments. It's just a great show. Like
A lot
AK
of
Bingo
emotions. Can learn a lot of it.
It's fun. It was fun.
All right, Derek.
Great.
Colin, how was Izurina? I've been wondering how our girl's been doing. Like, does she seem like Izurina-ish, or is she different?
Still very funny. Like there were like one moment that I remember, like someone had like a picture of a famous person, like charades, and Izurina had to like without words say who that person was. But I think the 2 times she didn't know who that person was, so that like became very funny. She does it well. Like I think that she has a good understanding of the language. She appeared frequently, I would say, and there was also, for instance, remember the cream cannon like in AK Bingo?
Yeah.
Like they had one too, but they had the one where Shizuka once got like brown.
Oh,
It was like
no.
chocolate one. And they had like
Oh.
this kind of carousel thing, and then one of the hosts would like make them make it spin, and there were 4 girls, and at one point Irina was like something like this. I can't because my chair is very different. Like hi. When the camera came, like I am ready for some creep.
I can see
It was
it.
just
Yeah.
funny. She was great.
Yeah, like the goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she did that a few times as well. She did like very good. Everyone did very fun stuff there.
Cool.
That was awesome to hear. DX, did we hear from you?
No, but my pick for best show was pretty much Produce 48 because pretty much before Produce 48 I didn't have anything with K-pop at all at that time. It's more like I knew some song because I play Pump It Up, but for the rest I didn't really care about it. And just like that I got thrown into it pretty much, so it has been quite the experience, so yeah.
Derek, you're excited.
DX, you totally brought up the best part about Produce 48.
Yeah.
Our comments, man.
Yeah.
Boy, did that get real, like,
Oh,
nasty
man.
and
Yep.
fun, man.
Oh,
It
man.
was so mean and so controversial and so, just everybody just, attack. But it was fun. We had so many comments in, like, a few hours of the one
Yep.
video. Like, anytime we put Produce 48 in our title, it was like all like the K-pop
The
fans
text.
like
Yeah.
it was like here's what you got wrong, here's what you got right. You suck for saying this. Don't be a pedophile. Stop saying things about humping. It's not all said blah 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 blah. I'm just like, wow, K-pop.
I got really excited to that.
Yeah.
They were so excited in good and bad ways. But what's really good about it, and this is the best part, we actually have some that have stayed with us.
Yeah.
Because I think we actually have a few that are like came from the K-pop side, and now they're watching us, they're learning. I feel like we're educating them a little bit on our world, and they have a lot of intelligent things to say. A lot of them are actually pretty right on point with what they have to say about even AKB. So thank you for joining us and bringing some much needed spirit to the conversation.
One commenter in particular is that crazy girl. Oh man.
That crazy girl,
Yeah.
very aptly put. If it's a girl, she is super on point. I mean, this girl, for all the theses she's written, like, I love it. Like, I read it, I'm like, huh, I gotta write. I actually have to take notes before I respond to her because it's like there's so many good points. So it's like, bravo.
Yes.
I love. We actually have some really good fans that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
if you guys read the comments, like, some
Yeah.
of our fans are like legit 10 times smarter than I'll ever be in life, and like they say like really incredible things that make me think. And then anytime we make a mistake, we always have those fans like, oh, you got this wrong.
You
blah, blah,
got
blah.
this wrong,
But it's
yep.
but it's always like usually in a pretty loving way. It's not like in a, well, you did this wrong. I always feel like their tone is like, oh, just checking you guys. Robin, you screwed up. Derek, you definitely screwed up. Colin, you never screw up. You're good.
Nope.
It's just like, it's just
They
like,
tell us why we
Yeah,
screwed up.
it's
exactly.
cool though.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like if we ever ask, hey, can you guys find out this? It's like boom, done, instant, first comment. Like we'll get our information. So it's cool. Like we're able to extend our talk to them without them actually being part of. Because otherwise we'd have like 90 screens here and no one would be able to talk. But
Yeah.
it's awesome. So good job.
Yeah, what was your pick?
Oh, sorry, Yayo.
Nemasu this year.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, one thing's
The
Why?
only thing, because of the soldier episode, when
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
Sayaka here.
Okay,
Oh,
Mette Sayaka was
Great.
Yep, I'm your captain today. So I'm your drill sergeant.
That was great. That was so
Megaton,
fun.
Megaton. That's all I gotta say is Megaton.
That's a very good surprise moment
was a
in
good
there.
one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, that was
some
awesome.
some classic
So that person
moments.
were like, are you that person?
That's great. That's great. Yeah,
They
yo,
were
good
like-
point. Good point.
They're like, what? Wait, what?
Mhm. I can't believe Akimoto Sayaka. Like, what?
Yeah, just
She-
come
yeah,
out there. Yeah, she has nothing
Yeah.
to do apparently. All right. Anything from the comments on that category?
Flores said about Hizoshi Minamon the Aikabu meeting, which he streamed via showroom. He said it was insanely fun. And there was Miroslav, who said Ogi no Yuka showrooms, that he always enjoys them. And SI-Doitsu picked Uchi no Gaya ga Sumimasen, which is very good show, like excellent pick, and Nogizaka Under Construction and Hiragana Oshi.
Very nice, yeah.
Very nice, very good, very good. I like it.
Someone with Steve that says that's the best show.
Yeah,
I still watch it every week, and it's still fun, a lot of fun to watch. Yo.
Yeah.
You need to read a comment from Rick, because you cocked him last time.
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
You're like, Rick, I'll come back to you. I never came back.
You never came back to Rick.
Yeah. Robin, what are you doing, Robin? Come on. How could you mess that up? Come on.
Colin. You didn't read Rick's comment.
No, you're not coming back to it.
Sorry, Rick. Sorry, Rick. You're just getting no love.
Wow.
Sorry, Rick.
Wow.
Wow, Rick.
Hey, right, and I just got done praising the fans, and we can't even give them the time of day. I love it.
All right.
No, we love you, Rick. We love you.
I have his comment, but I can't see from a show.
Oh.
Okay. Too bad, Rick. You
no,
dropped the ball.
Mostly about the songs.
Okay. Let's go then to our next category, and that is Best Year for Member. And Steve, would you go first, please?
I had two. First would be Okada Nana. I think she had a fantastic year.
Yes.
I agree.
Ooh, why?
I agree.
Why?
Well, she
Why?
had the Solo-Con, Sosenkyo rank.
Yeah.
Basically, the ace of AKB now. She got a center.
Right.
So, all these things combined.
It's the thing I want to extend on that, because I have her for my pick as well.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah, of course I do. But basically what happened now is, you know, in the media interview, you always have a certain amount of members. And it's now currently 5 members that are always there. It is Sasha Arino, Kashiwaki Yuki. It is Yokoyama Yui, the Sokantaku. Mukaichi Mion, the now next in line for Sokantaku. And Okada Nana. These 5 members are always now the pick on represent. And now, okay, you can say with Sashihara, it's Sashihara, of course, and now with her graduation now, so she's more in the spotlight. Yukirin is like still the one of the, you know, top members ever since the third generation came out, when they were in the height. Yokoyama Yui is the Sokantaku that needs to be there. Then the apprentice of Sokantaku needs to be there. Then where is the ace? Where is the now the current generation of AKB48's ace, and that is Okada Nana. It's because of stuff what happened, of course, with Miyawaki Sakura and Matsuji Juliana being there. But ever since, the queen of Sosenkyo is not here, so who's actually then the next in line? And that is Okada Nana, with the work she's doing, not only for AKB48, but also with STU48 getting in there. You know, her solo concert. I can go on and on and on and on this, and you guys are waiting to tell us. So, Derek, go first. What do you want to add to this side?
Steve, is it okay if I just jump in real quick? Okay, just super quick. Matsui Reina, did she ever buddy up to a really big member? Any of your guys' knowledge, who would you say Matsui Reina was close to? And I promise you I'm going somewhere with this.
Tani Marika.
She's not that big. I wish. Thank you, though. You're very kind.
Matsui Reina, you mean, right? You said. Or you mean Jurina?
Yeah, Reina.
Okay, Matsui Reina.
Would you say Jurina? She basically partnered up to, mostly?
Yeah.
That's one of the closest,
More of Oyama.
Okay.
It's Churi.
Maybe, you can say, here.
Yeah, Churi.
The reason why I'm bringing her up is Okada Nana did what I call the Reina formula, which is basically you start out a nobody, you do something that gets you noticed, you partner up with the big member, you have a tragedy, and then you become huge in AKB. So what I mean is this. Okada Nana was just this curious, skinny little waifu type girl, like in AKB, that I'd say a lot of people paid attention to initially. Then she got this whole little AK Bingo arc about being Majime, which all of a sudden we're all like, what? And by the way, I called it. I called it right then and there that I said she was going to be huge. I called it. I just saw it in her. I think we all did.
Yeah.
I think that's why she became your Oshi, Robin.
Absolutely.
But then after that, then she kind of really partnered up with Takamina and was kind of really like Takamina and her were very close, very talking. And then she, you know, Nachan went through her physical stuff, which I don't think obviously wasn't intentional, but it was part of her whole story. Then she came back stronger than ever. So she had a doc, she had an arc on AK Bingo, she had a real close relationship with a major member of AKB. Now she's in the discussion. And that's exactly what Reina Matsui did. Exactly.
I would agree a little bit on that. It wouldn't be specific to like Takamina or something like that. It was more like not because of the fans, but she is considered not only the favorite among fans, but the favorite among members. She is the people that wants to hang out with. Also, you know, she's like the Ikemen style, because she has those, like, because of the love band and all, you need to find some escape, I would say. And finding escape, you have certain members who have that Ikemen style. And yeah, Okada has that side, you know, she has the interest for women, and she loves her members. And you hear so many members talk about, oh yeah, I want to meet with Nana, and I want to go on a date with her. Oh, we went to the movies. Oh, we had a hotel room together, you know, those stories in there. But it was not only with, like, other members, but I remember the showroom she had with Machi Jurina. Or the Miyawaki Sakura being like, oh, I need to call me Saki-chan, stuff like that, and then hanging out together and then feeling very close. Yes, I would say on supporting role, that helped her a lot. But it's not only that, she really is the supporting role for not only one certain member, but I think the entire group, and that's why she is now the ace. In dire times, Okada Nana was, especially this year, the one to go to that would represent and support the group to the fullest.
Yes, that's true, and I totally agree. But again, in Japan, it's all who you know, man. All who you know is everything in Japan. So when you associate yourself with a popular member, like all these girls in Nachan's harem are doing, they want to be with Nachan. She's the most popular freaking member. So if you're seen with her, by extension, again, the Rina Matsui formula, like you're seen with somebody popular, you become popular. And even Tani did that with Reina. Tani's not stupid. Well, sometimes she is, but like in a funny way. But look what she did, right? Of course, she picked the wrong horse on that one. She did with Jirina, not Matsui Rina. But it's like, you know, right at the end there, it was like Tani and Reina were like inseparable. And I think Tani realized, like, if I stick with this girl, people will notice me. And it did. It boosted her. Look what she did to Sasenkyo that year. So it's like, I think in that regard, Nachan has that momentum of, oh, she's popular, so all the girls want to get associated with her, take those pictures. That's why, like, in the idol world, you see so many idols taking pictures with other idols. That isn't because of friendship. That's because they want to be associated, because that is a strategy move to get you more popular. That's all who you know in Japan is everything here. Everything in the idol world. And I speak from personal experience on that one. So that's what I would say about that. But overall, great pick. Sorry to divert. Go ahead, see, what was your second one?
And then my second pick would be Suda Akari, because
Dasu.
She had an amazing year. She got second place in the Sosenkyo. And then, nonetheless, when Jirina left, she put SKE on her back. She led the whole entire.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazing year. It's kind of like with Nachan and also Suda Akari both, especially during the sentimental train thing, where Nachan took over for the AKB side, and then Das took over for SKE. So
I agree with that. And Dasu put out a great photo book.
Yeah,
a very fun photo book.
Yeah. Didn't do well, but
that works on that side. Yeah, no, I do agree. Okay, anyone else? Let's go with Colin. Yes, he was waiting.
So I picked someone who, in my opinion, won Sosenkyo, the absolute queen, who got away unharmed. It's Dasu. I genuinely also picked Dasu. I think, you know, during the hiatus thing, Sakura kind of lost. Like, for me, it's more impressive that Dasu got second, beating out Sakura. For me, that was like, I did not see that coming. Like, that's a pretty big accomplishment to win over the HKT ace, like someone who has been in the spotlight for so long. Her getting second, to me, like I said, getting away unscathed. Like nothing happened with her. She, like Steve said, she picked SKE, put it on her back, and she, after Susenkyo, it was really the controversy between Sakura and Jurina. But Dasu was just on a roll, on an excellent train. She went all to the show. It's true. She was great. All the shows she got on, it was her. All the focus was on her because Jurina was out, and with Sakura, also with the iZone thing, it's like really the focus was on Dasu. I remember I could have not followed Dasu on Twitter. My timeline was just full of Dasu, like Dasu here, Dasu there. Like it's just like she won the Susenkyo, in my opinion. Even though Jurina wore the crown, Dasu for me won.
She got a lot of TV time as well. She was a lot of guest starring on the shows. I remember that she was in this variety obstacle course, and she had to press this button, and then it got something revealed that she's like, oh no, don't reveal that. But she's also she's in that phase where she is really accepting. You know, she's still young, but in Idol World she's getting there. And they're still making fun of it, but they're getting the very adult side. You know, on AK Bingo, I really love that. By the way, if AK Bingo had like several of these episodes, I would still consider it as the best show of the year. That was it's now basically the replacement of Muchaburi Dodgeball. They're doing the baseball effects with the confessions style. I love these episodes. These are very, very fun to watch. And Dasu as well, just showing in there, you know, with the confession she made with the, I bought a very expensive bag just to show my stature and stuff like that. Perfect. That's amazing moments. And I would agree, yeah, Dasu had a very good year on that side.
Also with the wrestling in February, like, she was freaking amazing. With Susenkyo, I can't really say anything in the past 3 months-ish, but the photo book was good, but it did very poorly, I heard. But either way, like, very strong year for her, which is why I picked her. Like, got unscathed, won over someone very popular. It's like, yeah, she was very, very close to winning.
Keep on smiling.
Yep.
All right. Yo.
I got one, and it's actually the Team K draftee.
Yagi Moeka.
Yagi Moeka, yeah.
Yeah.
I can consider that a little, but explain.
Because, like, I've seen her, like, everywhere. Every time, like, you know, the young members, like, she's the most pushed out of all the young members that's coming out. Like, she's everywhere right now. Like, she's basically the new, you know, like, when Derek was saying, like, oh yeah, AKB needs a new, like, a new person to push. And, like, literally, Yahagi Moika's everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Like, what? So that's why, like, I think she's the most, what the heck? What's the thing? Best year for members, Yahagi Moika for me, because of, like, of the young member side. Just
young member side,
new member to push. Like, Saturday's gone, and, like, Yahagi Moika's here now. So, like, Yahagi Moika.
Very good. Derek?
What with DX? I can go last. It's cool.
All right, DX.
For me, it was as well Okada Nana because of everything that has already been mentioned. And to me, she is the first replacement of the original Kami 7, and that for me is a fact right now. She is the first replacement of the original Kami 7. So yeah.
Sure.
That's funny. Then
I didn't even think of that. That's good.
The top three are all thinking about Okada Nana, and then on the bottom it's and then Dasu in there. So. Then we're all connected a little bit. So, Derek, what do you have for pick?
Well, I wanted to be funny and say Achan because, like, she obviously had a great year.
Yeah.
She got getting married.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's amazing, but Colin sort of stole my thunder on that one, and that's okay. Actually, my real pick, though, like, as far as active member goes, is definitely Sakura Tom. I don't care what anyone says. I thought she had an amazing year. She somehow found a way to rise up after not doing what she thought she was going to do in the Susenkyo. But every year she gets disappointed. So that, in a way, it was almost like, well, that's no big surprise. Although for a moment I thought there could have been a chance. But when we saw Ogi fall and Sakura-tan fall, I'm like, oh my god, like this is a whole other narrative going on with Dasu and Serena. So that was fine. That was awesome. But Sakura-tan found a home. She finally found a home.
Yeah.
You would think it was HKT, but I gotta be honest, as much as she has led HKT, she hasn't led HKT because she's so divisive in so many ways with her comments, the way she is, some of the things that happens with her. Let's not forget, Sakura-tan also made very unpleasant remarks about other HKT members and tried to, chew that up. She's been somewhat unlikable on some fronts, but then she totally crushed it with Produce 48. And she was like the girl we all rooted for. And to be honest, I still think she should have got picked as the #1 girl. I thought that got stolen from her. No. That got stolen from her. We all knew that was gonna happen though, because it was in Korea. No offense, but we knew Koreans are gonna vote for Korean girls.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. But Sakura-tan doesn't matter. She's still the face. Like, that girl may have gotten the top part, but everybody knows Sakura-tan. And Sakura-tan got what she wanted. She wanted to be an ace, a leader of a big thing. And I don't think she's looking at like, oh, that's as good as winning the Sasenkyo. She's fought very hard for the Sasenkyo year after year, but she got something in a way that was much better, much different. She's now world famous. Like, world famous in a way. And I'm not saying just because she's famous in Korea, that means she's world famous. People, I think, even America and world over kind of know her now. Because Korea has a lot better marketing push when it comes to, like, putting out eyes on. Like, there's a lot of people in Korea, or Korean Americans, for example, that know her. And so, and they live in America, and they're like, oh, I know Sakura-tan. Like, she's that cute girl that crushed it in Produce. So it's like, she did all of that, and then on top of that, like, she's still important to the conversation. She still can come back in 2 years and crush the AKB if she wanted. She's grown up too in some way, but she's also done fun little things like this year, like getting on the one game and just playing it and like and crushing that. It's like, I mean, in her own way, of course. Like, she had the best year because she stayed relevant. When she could have slipped out of relevancy with Jirina's Rising Star, Dasu's surprise #2 crush move, Ogi being the big talk going into Sasenkyo and just in general, NGT's craziness, HKT not putting out anything, and then like Sakura-tan comes out of nowhere and crushed it with Produce 48, and she was all we talked about. That's amazing.
Agree.
That is
agree.
Amazing.
Yeah,
like, totally amazing.
She really feels like, when I see just clips of her hanging out with other IZ*ONE members,
it's more like
she really feels at home. The friendship she has with Chaeyoung is just something. I really, that's one of my favorite pictures. That's with Chaeyoung and Sakura just sitting nicely next to each other, and you have that one little window with Murashige Onna just sitting, looking through that and looking sad.
Awesome.
But just hearing the news stories and just winning awards after awards after awards, and she's like, is this really happening? She never experienced this kind of feeling because
that's what I'm saying.
And personally, and this is gonna start some controversy. I don't think after 2.5 years it should end IZ*ONE. If they keep on just going on this, they are going to debut now the special Japanese single they're bringing out.
Yeah, it's supposed to air tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, so that's coming up as well. But it's like, basically, we'll see what happens in 2.5 years. A lot can happen. But if they are really like the next big thing in K-pop, not only K-pop but just worldwide, why should you quit? Why should it end? Why should you go back?
You won't.
It's like, just extend the contract and go for not 2.5 years, go to 5 years, or even further than that. Be the next girls' generation and stay for there for 10 years, and then come back to HKT and then say, all right, I'm back, I'm going. Just this is such a big thing, and this is making her a lot happier. So if you're fans, not only just for HKT maybe, but just for Sakura itself, you should realize that this is where she actually belongs. I think it's much better for her than staying AKB48. So,
I mean, we'll see. That's what I'm saying. The world is hers at this point. She's a superstar now. She came from eating the crap of all the senpais above her in AKB to becoming like the girl that all those people probably wishing they were now, because it's like she is everywhere. You can't escape this girl now, and that's she got what she wanted in like a roundabout way, just not with AKB, but with AKB. She's smarter than I think a lot of people realize, because whoever's guiding her career, whether it's her manager, whatever, they made some pretty good like classic roll the dice and win moves, and she won. And I'm happy for her. I mean, I genuinely like her. After meeting her, she convinced me I should support her, and she's very pretty, and that helps too. I don't know, she improved. We watched her go from not being able to do so much, I guess, in the K-pop dance style to, as I think we can all say, she's got it. She's only gonna get better. So yeah, she's definitely the most improved.
That was perfectly proven with the No Way Man performance when she came back.
Wow.
That's
what I'm saying.
Such a night and day difference, man.
She had the best year. She had the best year, and in 2019, we might be uttering her name again for best member, because it's like what if iZone comes out with like the single, like the one that we're all gonna be talking about, like their heavy rotation.
Their heavy rotation, yeah, or something like Blackpink's Boombaya or something like that.
Oh my God, if they put out a Blackpink like song like that, it's over. It's over. She will catapult to heights unknown. So I'm hoping for it, because she's one of ours. So I'm really hoping.
Very
Plus,
good.
her and Cheon, adorable. I love them. So.
All right.
Anyways.
Let's go then to most improved member for our category, and I would like to go first because it's an extension on what we just talked for, not best year of member. I would say most improved member is, for me, is Honda Hitomi, and for all the reasons, basically for all the reasons, in AKB48 she was a team 8 member, not sharing the spotlight anymore, not being in Senbutsu, not being well known. And then Produce 48 happened, and we saw this. Well, personally for me, I saw this whole new side. It's like, where have you been? Why haven't you exploded in AKB48 on Teammate side? And I wonder why a lot of members from Teammate haven't exploded on that side. And just, I've seen this in a new light, and this is also for her, same as with Sakura. This is where she basically belongs, because when we watched, I don't know if all of you watched it, but I watched the episode. I Want You, yeah. Just going to her home and going to the story there, and to see the evolve, like how she is now, and it's just, the improvement is just amazing in there. I wish she learned that sooner, basically, so she could have been an ace in AKB48. But being Ice 1 has really elevated her. This was the best thing to happen to her for the entire year. So that is my pick on that side.
Okay, nice.
DX?
Well, continuing in a sort of extension of Teammate, I'm going for Shitao Miyu.
Yeah.
Nice.
Before Produce 48, she was really unknown in the AKB world. But after getting into the finals of Produce 48, she pretty much is now a Senbutsu member. And she has a really big Korean fan base right now.
Oh yeah.
Even up till this day, Korean fans are hoping that a new JYP is going to pick up Shitao Miyu for their new girl group, and I see the tweets all over, and like they want Shitao Miyu in Korea.
The comments, the smile she's performing in No Way Man during the video clip. It's like you're searching for all these members during that very blurry video, and then you always like, there she is. Just that one moment that she has like.
The blurry video.
Hey, it's pretty right. It's like No Way Man is like. So. Well, good pick, DX. Steve, what do you have?
Well, I have an SKE member. You probably guys don't know her, Kitagawa Yoshino. I feel like she's improved a lot throughout this year. She's been getting into a lot of stage plays. She's also been doing really well within the SKE variety shields that they have, like Zero Position and Ichiban. She's been kind of making a name for herself, especially within the 8th gen.
Well, maybe we'll see her in SKE Bingo that's coming up next year.
Yeah. Somewhere next year,
Yeah.
That's a good. It's a good one, Derek.
I gotta get something to drink. My throat.
Okay.
Oh, just
I'll be right back.
No
I'll be right back. Sorry.
No worries, man.
Sorry, guys. I want to hear what you have to say. My throat's killing me. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries about that, man. Well, yeah. Who do you have?
I'm still thinking on who I should put, but I think Ogi no Yuka should be part of the improved, because I think now she like can control her emotions a bit more now than just like randomly crying maybe. So, because like
But
it's really like for me like the improved member is like so many of them, and like if I had to pick on, yeah, I think it's Ogi no Yuka for me maybe. Yeah, because like I'm thinking like, wait, who do I put as the most improved member? And like as Derek was saying, like we had a bad year for AKB, and it literally is hard for me to pick an improved member. So Ogi no Yuka, I'll put Ogi no Yuka.
Ogi, really?
Yeah, improved. Like for like controlling her emotions a bit, like.
Perfect.
Now for like a bit calmer,
Yeah.
you know.
Interesting.
That's such a roundabout way of improving, but I get it totally.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I explained it in my way, so.
Explain it in the Yeho way.
And only the way you can, Yayo. Hey Yayo, do you ever wish you were Ogi?
I mean, if I was with Ogi, I would be like, just, why am I actually like this?
It's like looking into the mirror.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, oh man.
The self-awareness moment, like, really, I'm really like this?
Is that me? I'm like that all the time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
Colin.
That's good.
Oh.
That's good.
Steve, I loved your pick. That was great. Like she was the magic stage play with Iko Marina. That was like really great. I was like, wow, I didn't know she could act that well. Like really great pick. Like I did not see that coming. I actually picked like Machaling. Believe it or not, this was the most difficult category for me. This one took me the longest, but I just picked with Macharin. Finally ranking in Susenkyo. Not the whole time with the bike thing. Like more of a name for herself. She did not do that well. She was very disappointed, but she just did it for me. I was like, she felt for me to put her in this category because I think she's amazing.
I think that one will be for next year. Just because she's still fighting a lot, and she recently came out saying like AKB or I guess is racist basically, because they still a lot of fans still don't see me as a full member, even though I'm a full member. And
welcome to Japan.
Yeah,
come on.
That's the thing.
On.
So it's still she's learning to go to the side, and I think she knows there's still room for improvement. She still need to find a way. She's getting there because I'm correct. She's been in there a lot. She is noticed. People know who Macharin is, but the thing is, she said she's currently known because she's from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Not because of her, and she wants to be known as her, not because where she's from. So she needs to find that balance, because her niece right now is she's foreign, and she doesn't want that to be her niece because that's not a personality thing, that's a race thing. So I think next year will be the most improved, because then she found why she should be in there, not just because where she's from. Derek?
Yeah. Oh, you just opened up a can of worms with that, though.
I know.
Here's the thing. Whenever I think of her, I don't even necessarily think about her being from Taiwan. Yeah. Like I think of her as this like really cute, awesome girl who's doing her best in AKB, who had a really cool thing with the bike thing, because that set her apart. Yep. The Otawage, like that set her apart. She got a boost from AK Bingo. She's good. She likes to cook. Yeah.
Yep.
And I specifically remember her about her family, about her wanting her parents to be involved, and her trying the comedy stuff. I didn't even remotely think of her as the girl from Taiwan. But here's the thing. Be proud of your race. Why is that a bad thing to be known as the girl from Taiwan? Why? Think about it. If you're an AKB, that's a selling point. Use it. Because guess what? You're lucky to have a selling point. You know how many girls don't have a selling point?
Too many.
You know how many of them are they're just another Japanese girl trying to be an idol? Like, they don't have a charm point. She's got several. And then if you're going to go out and complain that things are racist, well, first of all, welcome to Japan. This is a homogenous society. If you're not Japanese, you're basically not in the club anywhere. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay? That's how Japan always has been and probably always will be, unless they have some kind of enlightenment, which they probably won't have in our lifetime or the next lifetime. So that's just a conversation not even worth having, because it's just always going to be this way here. Sorry, that's just how it is. Japan is light years behind in that category. But overall, if you are Taiwanese, if you are Japanese, if you are white, if you are black, you should own up to that. You should be like, yes, I'm Taiwanese and I'm proud. And if that's my selling point, great. I'm going to bring Taiwan to Japan. I'm going to show my culture to Japan. I'm going to embrace that. Why is it such a dirty word to talk about like things like race, whether it's for or against? Why are we so afraid of that conversation? We don't want to be racist. Is it really racist that maybe the Japanese people might actually be calling you out for being Taiwanese because they like the fact that you're Taiwanese? Why is that wrong? That if somebody comes to me like, I like you because you're white, thank you. At least you like me. At least there's something about me you like. I don't see that as a bad thing, especially because I'm white, and white people don't really have the best race reputation in this world because, you know, us being, you know, our history and all of killing everybody, but that's a whole other thing. I'm just saying, like, if you like me because I'm white, thank you so much. I'm happy that you like me because of my race. I like that I'm white. I do like it. I don't wish that I'm black. I don't wish that I'm Asian. I'm really, really happy being a white person. And I say that very comfortably. But she should be really happy being a Taiwanese person, especially in AKB, when you have a selling point. And if it is partially because of your race, great. That's awesome. I think the problem is people think they hear that and they think, oh, she's only liked because she's Asian and all that crap. Well, of course, there's a bunch of yellow fever fanatics out there that are going to like you just because of that. They have this weird stereotype conception about you. But if I like you because you have an Asian culture and I think Asian culture is cool, that makes me racist? I think that makes me awesome for liking something other than my culture. I think that makes me awesome for taking interest in what makes you you. And that, I mean, you can't escape the fact that you're Taiwanese. So why say that's a bad thing? I'm sorry. I really hate when everybody pulls the race card for the wrong reason. Sorry, Ma Qiling, that's the wrong reason. You should be proud of it. And I will tell that to your face if I ever meet you. You should be darn proud of the fact you're Taiwanese. I'm proud of the fact she's Taiwanese. I love that she brings that to AKB. Why doesn't she?
Okay, yo, go first.
Tell her.
Sorry.
Derek, I love you because you're...
Thank you. I love you because you're Yayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, connecting the fact of Derek was what Derek was saying. Remember Akimoto Sayaka? Akimoto Sayaka literally is bringing Philippines to Japan.
Oh,
She became the tourist ambassador for the Philippines to Japan.
Yep.
She's
Thank
like,
you.
oh yeah, look at
Thank
my
you.
great culture.
She did great.
We have this great mangoes and like this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, like that's what she should do. Like
Awesome.
Akimoto Sayaka.
All right.
Right?
Also, Derek, I love you because you're white. You know. Because I need
Thank you.
attention
I
to-
really appreciate it.
You know?
I love you because you're Canadian.
All them nice Canadians.
I can't believe I just said that. If Canada didn't give me Sidney Crosby, I probably couldn't say that. But because you gave us Sidney Crosby, I love you.
Oh my god. All right. Two things with the story. So, what the biggest thing was with the whole speech that Masarin did was with her getting roles like in Majika Gakuen, and it was always the Derek left. Getting the foreign roles in there, you know, getting the time in shopkeep, and why not does she get a normal shopkeep on that side? I believe Derek is still here. You can hear us, Derek? No.
He probably got too shy because I said I love you twice.
So shy.
Okay. I think he's coming back. There he is. There's Derek.
He's back.
All right.
Sorry.
So what I said, Derek, was Machinin was just a little disappointed as well, getting only like a Machika Gakuen, like the Taiwanese role, basically, not a Japanese role and stuff like that. She wants to be.
Why should she get it?
It's. I understand
You're
a little
not
bit on her
Japanese.
file. She needs to
Like-
find the balance to be proud of where she's coming from, but also as not be accepted just coming from there. She wants to have basically having her cake and eating it too. You know,
Yeah.
getting recognized for who she is, but also where she's from, and not just from one point. So that's what she needs to improve on, and I agree with you, Derek, on the base on that, and I agree with Colin. I think next year will be that because she needs to find that balance of being proud where she's from, but also who she is, and she will find that
Yes.
eventually. But it's a growing spill there. So I think next year we will talk about this again and see how much growth will be happening on that. As
I
a
would so.
addition to that, look at Nozomi Orena. The thing is, what always been bothering her is like, oh yeah, no, you're from the Indonesian group, but it's like I'm from
Yeah.
Japan. It's like my dad
Yeah.
worked there, and I can speak multiple languages. It's like she's also having this issue that she's not fully a recognized member because the thing is, he's from Japan. He is Japanese. And that's like a whole issue. Yes, I can speak multiple languages. That should be amazing. What did she do by it? She's not being like saying, I don't get enough chances. No, she's like, I'm going to do a show for the international people. Or
Yeah.
I'm going to show, like, I'm also being an Indonesian side on this. I won't forget where I come from JKT. She found the balance in there. And if I think Matsurin wants to find answers, go to Nassau Arena. I think she's very approachable. Aren't they on? No, they're not on the same team, but
No.
they're very approachable. Just hang out and find out how did you work on it. Even though Nassau Arena is Japanese itself, she still had like similarities that Machirin has now issues with. So find out on that and improve, I would say.
There. That's perfect, Robin. Perfect.
All right. Did everyone go with the most improved member?
I did. Did DX go? I didn't hear him.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh yeah, she's still mute.
I-
Yeah.
Just tell me. And Robin, you went?
I went with Honda Hitomi.
I guess that leaves me. Yeah, I'll zip through this because just so I don't bore everyone. But I actually had a 4-way tie. I could not pick one. This was the hardest category for me as well.
Yeah.
It was really
it's
hard. It's a hard category, but in a way, I think I got the right picks for me. Number one, Yabuki Nako. I think she had to improve because she got thrown into the whole Produce 48 like thing, and she went from again being the Nako Miku duo to I'm Yabuki Nako, and then Tanaka Miku's over here. She officially split that, so that's an improvement for her. Not necessarily for poor Tanaka, but I think like for Nako, she really improved, and again, she's another one that blew up because of Produce 48. So she's one. Samyu, for all reasons we already discussed, don't even need to go there. I'm just happy to see her. If you just really want to think that she didn't improve, go to the No Way Man video and scroll through some of the comments. Every comment's Mew, stop, Mew. Oh my God, it's Mew. Like it's her and Takayuki Mew. Like,
Yeah. I was thinking. Yeah.
Was she in
so
No Way
those are
Man?
two right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for like
Barely in it. Remember hashtag where's
0.05 seconds.
Takuchi Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
right.
can't find her.
Right, still can't find her because Xiaomu smiles everywhere. You can't get past it. The other one I'd say is Mukai Chimion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She kind of improved for me because I went from not necessarily being a fan of hers, and I think that goes for all of us, to this girl's gonna lead AKB. When Yuihan hangs it up, I'm okay with that. Mion can crush it because again, all because of that episode, AK Bingo really brought it home to me how much of a hard worker she is. And also just watching her, like I think she got better singing too. I actually think I can hear her now. Do you know what I'm saying? Does anybody agree?
Yeah. I agree.
It's not as bland
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not as bland, and also she seems more mature now.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just seems it. So I'd say definitely her. And then my last pick, And Flores is gonna love me for this. Is Katamina. Katamina had like the craziest year. I can't even get into all of it, but basically she like owns NGT now. And like Flores like listed in one of our comments, his comments, like the 400 things his Oshi did. So, and by the way, you want to learn how to be a proper Woda and love your Oshi, like just read some of Flores' stuff. Just go to his Facebook. This dude is like faithfully devoted to Katamina, and I mean that in the best way. He really can give you more of a scoop on this. I'm sorry I can't right now. I don't want to even get too much, but I'll say Katamina crushed it this year. So those are my 4 for best improved members. I think Katamina is gonna have an even better year next year, to be honest. I actually think she's gonna be in a Kami 7 run. I actually think she's gonna make it this year, but I feel, or next year, sorry. But I think she's starting out 2019 really strong. All 4 of those members are going strong. I have a feeling we're gonna see all 4 in the Susenkyo this year ranking like massively well this year, if they can keep the momentum up over the next couple months, and if AKB can put out a great single that involves these members, which I'm hoping they will, we could see a pretty interesting Susenkyo in 2019 with these 4 in mind. I have a feeling these are going to be front runners. So those are my most improved.
Okay. Did everyone go, or do we have some of the comments we can also mention?
Yeah. I think because we can combine now the best year and most improved. For the ones that did, because Derek, you got it right. Flores did pick for most improved member his Oshi.
Of course.
Obviously. Best year for member, he went with Steve and me. He went with Dasu. Ricky didn't give a specific member, but something for the next category. Miroslav picked for a most improved member his HKT Oshi Yabuki Nako. We've already covered that. Best year for member, he agreed with Robin with Okada Nana. And SI-Doitsu, most improved member, this is an interesting one. From Nogisaga 46, Suzuki Ayane. And he said, from this extremely shy girl to under center for synchronicity. That's
awesome.
Cool.
I didn't know that.
That's actually a very good improvement.
Under center? Sweet.
Yeah. And he also had for best year for member, Nakai Rika being a guest in over 240 shows, which is
that's a good feat to have.
He also had Machaling for best year, and also again Suzuki Ayane for best year, probably for the same reason I just said. So those were them. I believe DX may have
I forgot one from Paisanika as well as the most improved member, or rather, she didn't specify a certain member, but she specified the whole group, ST48, since they have improved for the last year. So,
I don't know about that. Last single.
Well, we can see what happens.
Like 3 members, The members actually won the No Way Man audition, and 2 of them.
Oh, that was so great, the No Way Man audition. They got to be featured on one show.
Okay. One show.
And the names were like, that's it. No. We'll find out, because as of this recording, the Tokyo Music Awards are happening, and they are best newcomer from STU48. So we'll see. Or am I right or am I wrong?
I didn't think so. I think someone else won, but
no. I don't know if they won, but they were nominated.
They were nominated.
Yeah. So, hey, that's also something. Getting nominated is also a very good thing.
Yeah.
So I agree on that side. Okay. I think for me this is the most difficult category. We have best group from all sides on there.
That's easy. Come on. There's only one name to talk about on this one.
All right,
I'll go
Derek,
first
go first then.
B&K, come on!
That was my
Wow.
There is simply no other group that crushed. I mean, every single thing they did this year was vertical. Yeah. It wasn't this. It wasn't up and down. It was boom, 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 boom. Oh, hey, by the way, we're B&K MFers. Like, you can't touch us. We're amazing. Thailand's here. You can't touch us. I mean, you just cannot beat what they did. I mean, our band Mette, who I met this year, who was amazing, came to a Chroma show. Love you, girl. She's awesome. She's given us every single week a whole breakdown. Yep. I started watching a lot of the stuff she linked, and like even like you said, Colin, like you start watching some of their stuff, and you're like, this is how the sister groups pay attention. Mumbai, Saigon, wherever you're at, pay attention. Taipei.
TP.
Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
Team
TP
TP.
does not exist. Yeah, TP with all their Ave Maria fantasies that don't exist, like gone. But anyways, that's how you do it. And honestly, Thailand was such a pleasant surprise this year.
Oh yeah.
I remember being at, Takamina's graduation concert when they announced, P&K.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
thought out of all the ones they announced, I was like, that ain't gonna work. And I was thinking Manila, yeah, sure, Manila's gonna be awesome. Taipei, that's never gonna happen. But I was like, B&K? What? I was like, no, look at them. Seriously, look at them. You got members, not just one, but multiple members playing music. Izarina went there, which who would have thought Izarina would actually flourish as much as she's doing? You have great programming. The only thing that they're missing, and this isn't their fault, and I don't hold it against them even one bit, they don't have an original song of their own because AKB doesn't really allow their sister groups to have their own songs, which is stupid, which I hope AKS someday will realize, hey, why don't Thailand bring Thailand to AKB?
Yeah.
But that's just a small thing because they've taken all the AKB songs given to them so far and effing crushed it. Look at the view count on whatchamacallit, was it Koisuro?
Yeah, Koisuro, yeah.
I mean, come on. And then we were all scared of the thank you. How many? Remember we were talking? We were thinking, Chapranga Music's going to rank in Kami 7. They might actually win. What's going to happen if they win? We were actually that scared. Because PK is a, I'd say tsunami, but that doesn't feel right talking about Japan. So I'd say they are a force to be reckoned with. They are a huge force. BNK all the way. End of discussion. There is no other group. But by all means, indulge.
I want to follow that. I want to follow that. Funny that Robin said that was his most difficult category. For me, I didn't think of best group. I literally thought about, okay, what is the least worst group this year? Because in my opinion, I genuinely thought that. I have all on my screen, all the groups, and I wrote down,
that's horrible, but in a funny way,
like pretty much nothing. But for BNK, like they were the least worst. They were only the one that I would argue that were the best. There's a Senkyus coming up. Jeprong is in the lead. Like she, very good. Like, and Jeprong was chosen for her own movie. Like, she did not have to audition. She was like, or the director was like, I pick you. Yeah. And she did. There was a tiny bit of controversy, but I don't want to go there. But like, Derek, that's totally right. They won. Like, they had 2 members ranking in as Susenkyo. Like, what? And, I actually had Chaprong for Best Year of Member as a nomination because I genuinely think that because she's the face. I believe. Magazine covers.
No, go.
I'm a bit like, okay. She got like Best Woman of the Year in Thailand. Many TV shows she was a guest on, but there are also other members who did like things in the similar extent. Mai Oshipun became the dub voice actress for the Bumblebee movie. The Bumblebee movie that did great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You're good. You're totally good. You're totally good.
Like she did also very well, and like many members, like they have their own little thing. But I agree totally with Derek about their original song. I believe JKT is actually getting an original song.
Are they? Are they?
They are. They got one.
Oh, that
I heard it
somewhere. Can't wait.
That will be great. Like I really hope that BNK does get something like that. They did like fantastic this year. Like really, I could not name. I'm really like looking forward to what the rest has to say because I genuinely about the rest of the groups because every good thing they had like 2 bad things at least for the most group. But Robin, I want to hear your pick because
no, I'm scratching that pick because it's just with what Derek said and what you said. It's obvious. It should be unanimous because I can't even say like, well.
No. Who did you have? Just curious.
No.
I mean,
I'm not even going there. Nope. It's so bad. I was thinking
wait,
like Nogi had a pretty good year, you know, going
No,
there.
they did.
Not as well in.
So many members graduated.
Yeah, but not as
Don't
well
promise.
as last year. So last year was their better, but they're going as well. Kea was non-existent.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about
I wrote that down.
Yeah. I can't even talk about the sister groups in AKB48 because there were a few singles coming out there, but then they hadn't have the great year out of that. I don't even AKB48 wasn't that well going so good. So I'm changing my pick. It's BNK48. They had that amazing year. So
listen.
Same.
Two words, Robin. 2 words. Thai rap. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. A DK member just bust out with like a green flash Thai rap in the middle of like this awesome like EDM song. I want to hear Thai. I want to hear Thai language. My ears are craving it because I know they're gonna bust out with like the hookiest, catchiest song of any group. Although now that you say JKT's coming out, they may have some serious competition because JKT girls can actually sing. Those girls actually got pipes on them. So I think like those between them and Ty just come out with their quirkiness. I feel it's gonna be quirky and weird if they ever do come out with something, and weird in a good way, not in a bad way. Ty rap, man. I want to hear music just get down with the voice that she has and just bust out and rap. And Isarina, can you picture Isarina rapping? How funny would that be? In Thai, no less.
Oh, that would be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
all right, Yeho, do you want to take a crack at it?
Nope. Nope.
Derek and I just scared everyone off.
Oh, you guys made very good points. It's impossible now, so it wouldn't do justice.
No, and what the great thing is that I actually want to add, AKB and AKS like are really doing stuff with BNK, like the student where music, no mobile game. Wow, one of the two. I always mix them up. And like there's an Asia festival coming in January. And that is in Thailand, and there was a press conference. Like it's like it's a very strong group. Like they are amazing, and I hope like AKS is doing stuff with them to really, get it pumping. Get it amazingly.
Yeah.
But
I think they're gonna stream that too, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's a live
That's gonna be
stream.
streamed.
All right, Steve.
Wait,
Oh, sorry, Yeo. Go ahead first.
I thought it was a sports festival, no?
Yeah, I
They're
believe
doing
so.
a lot more events.
No.
They're doing concerts.
They're doing many events.
Oh, okay.
What is Steve?
Okay. I had to be honest. At first, I had Nogi because they had an amazing year. Both their singles did really good. The only bad side was all the graduations. But after hearing, I totally forgot about BNK. I don't even know why. I didn't even think about that. And then BNK is also performing at Kohaku this year.
Oh yeah.
With AKB, and that's amazing.
Right.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Excellent.
So like, I don't even know why I didn't even think BNK.
Nope.
It's
So I would probably have to give it to BNK instead of Nogi now.
Well, DX.
I mean,
well, I've got since the fact I actually voted for
I mean,
I've actually voted for the Genkeisa Senkyo, so yeah, that pretty much gives away my choice.
There.
it's coming soon.
there's really only one other group that you could even say as in the competition. That'd be Eyes One, if you want to count them.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
If you want to
but
count them, but it's
it doesn't feel like. Of course, they're a group. They're 12 members. They had a lot of successes, but it's not compared. I wouldn't still even say that BNK. What you guys
BNK
have
crushed
described.
everyone.
The group
They
is simply
crushed
too young
it.
at the moment. Yeah, the group is too young
I
at the
mean,
moment.
you can't even touch them. Like
No.
they're all. I hope they don't pull like a Kea and like the dominoes start falling next year for them. I hope they just keep building. I hope they get this momentum. They got to have their own originals though. I really want Thai rap.
Yeah.
I want music. In Isarina just doing like a duo Thai rap battle. It'd be amazing. I'm just throwing it out there.
Maybe for the Susenkyo song. I don't know.
That'd be so good. That would be
Possible,
so
yeah.
good.
But
Please,
we
they
don't
can't
know.
watch this.
Maybe during that concert, which is in less than 3 weeks, I think. It's really like soon, very soon. They may do like the original song. It really depends. I could see that.
Cool.
I
They
would
bust
love
it out.
Well, looking forward to that.
They
for
have like
2019.
the other thing I want to say that they have good management, like very good people. I think the guy's name is Job Son. I think he's referred to as. He's the bald guy. Like also a really nice guy. He did the announcement for the prelims. Like I think as long as they have him as well as the rest around that, like they could like next year we'll be like BNK again. Like again.
Yeah, the reason you laughed, I think we have the same reason, because he said jobs and bald, and so it's like, okay, I think we got it.
Sorry, Robert.
No. Okay.
I don't know his actual name. I think he is referred to as, but great guy. Great guy.
So basically unanimous on this side. So let's go then to our next category, and that is worst event of the year.
Also unanimous.
I think it's unanimous as well.
Okay, counting down for 3, 2, 1. Like everyone say it.
All right, here we go then.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Junken
Taika!
Come on, that's easy. Wait, Steve, did you have something different? You
No, I
like
Junken.
It's just that was so horrible. Even worse than last year. I don't even remember anything from it. Anything fun from it. Colin.
The B-sides from Sentimental Train, like that, I kind of like that, but that was the only thing.
Oh yeah,
we never see those.
You mean that one video that was like, what? It's like
it's the only thing. But
even the payoff is not even that great.
Oh yeah, the payoff is like kinda.
It was. I can't even remember one thing that was like, I'm rooting for this, or oh please just make them into a unit.
I know.
There's nothing. The location, it was not even top members. It wasn't. It felt like an event. It was 4 hours. It was shorter than a usual Junken Takai, but even that didn't help. It was horrible. It was like a throwaway. I think the basic handshake events are a lot more interesting than going to Junken Takai. Not even the beginning concert felt right. It was just this big of a mess of. You had like the top members who weren't there. Basically, at the end of the stadium, you had this empty arena, and you just had them set a commentary for like a few segments, and they're like, okay, that was fun.
Let's switch.
All right, those were more interesting than what's happening on the stage. Anyone else wants to comment on this horrible of an event?
Rushed, bad plans. Nothing
Felt like a drag to
happened.
watch. Yeah.
What won that? Yeah, that's also a bit.
Yeah,
like,
one of the members has resigned, so yeah.
Yeah. It's like. Yeah, it's awful.
They didn't even get like an actual trophy.
No. They get.
They didn't get...
That's so true.
I forgot about that.
They got a gift certificate, basically.
Yeah.
You're entitled of one
cool
song.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, just.
There's many things that can be said. Many things. But the main thing is when they switched over to the group format, they lost something.
Yeah.
And when you're getting rid of a third of the girls in prelims, you don't even see. It's just like there's nothing to it. The cosplay, that's all taken out because it's not about individuality anymore. And then it's just like the fun of it is gone. Like 90% of the fun watching the Junken was what were the girls gonna wear, what craziness was gonna happen, and then again, who was gonna win. And the individual winning is always much more fantastic and fun than a group. And it's just like the only thing that would have been interesting this year, I think it was Team 8 was still around at the end, or that one group.
No, that was NGT second gen.
NGT third gen.
Sorry,
the Kenkyusei.
The Kenkyusei. That would have been cool. That would have been interesting. But I think even then, it's like I don't like the group format. Every year it was nice to know, like, oh, Milky won this year, Fujin and Nana won this year. Who could forget? What's her name? Tanabe.
Yeah.
Like that made world headlines for crying out loud. Versus like this, nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. And it's just like either phase it out if you're going to continue with this garbage, or really go back to what it was and get nostalgic on us and really remind us why we love it so much. And how about this? Come out with a great single to come with it, because the past couple ones have just, again, no one cares.
No.
Like,
The
it's
last-
like
yeah, the last fun single was Miyashi Evidence, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nana was the last one to really hold that, and it's like
Mhm.
without her, you know, before it was just yeah.
Yeah.
Enough said.
And then also, like, usually that they have, like, announcements during John
Nothing.
Ken, they didn't
Oh
have
yeah, they're
anything.
done.
Oh
See,
yeah.
I was expecting something, and the thing is,
At
they're like,
least
after,
that.
we'll have an announcement the next day. I'm like, why have it the next day when you can have it at the actual event?
Oh yeah, they made the
Why?
announcement for an
It makes no
announcement.
sense.
Yeah.
I hate that.
For an
I
announcement.
hate
Like,
that
yeah,
when they do
same.
that. Oh,
Oh, you know what's funny though? Even though last year's was as bad, at least we could talk about. There's so much memorable stuff happened last year because you know the
Panda,
panda cults,
Yeah. Panda Call.
Panda Call.
the food, like all this food, and like now this year's like, oh,
okay.
okay, fortune
Yeah.
cherry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just mix it up then to something that was actually interesting, to the best event of the year. And I'm not sure if it's unanimous, but
No.
Nope, no,
Let-
Sorry.
I don't.
okay, so for me it was the Sosenkyo, not just
Yeah.
because of what happened, but also that we all watched it in a hotel room, and
Yep.
It's awesome.
it was a very fun event to that side. So for me personally, that was just a great moment on that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sid.
Yep. Same here.
Same reason.
Yeah.
Okay, but Colin has something different then.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I knew that was going to be the first one, so I kind of picked something else. Even though I would arguably say that was the best thing to happen this year, because we were all, well, most of us were like watching it, and we were having a blast till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, you were drunk. It was just so much fun, like seeing everyone rank. I remember like sitting there getting a bit tired, and then the number 2 got revealed, and Robin and Derek were like, "Yeah, the together, yes!" Like, oh, I also have footage of that. Like, oh, that was just so amazing. I kind of picked, just for the sake of picking something else. Maybe I cheated a bit. I picked the Romeo and Juliet stage play, and the reason for that one, yeah, that may be a weird reason, but for me, the thing that I like the most is when the girls are acting. Like, for me, that's the most interesting thing. And the fact that this was done by Kato, who was like the Red Nachi Sosenkyo, let's do something completely different. The AKB has done stage plays in the past, but it was like based on Majisuka, and that was like I like those, but nothing different. And the Romeo and Juliet stage play, like everything before it when they actually did it, like the casting, that they paid attention to that, and that they did 2 versions, like black and white, I think. A huge cast, like, and doing it was very well done, production wise. Also the execution, like a fun. It could be watched live, and I did both versions. I loved it so much. Acting was good. It was funny, but it was following the story right. I actually learned like more members because of it. Like Junkin was the only other big thing that I would watch that like made me, oh hey, that member is cool, or that one. But this one made me see so many members. Like what Steve picked, Yoko Nyan. It was this where I saw her. She also won. She had a role. I think it was something I forgot.
she had a role
but it
in that.
was just seeing so many great members. Getting picked for great fun roles. I just picked that one for the sake of it, that it was different, that it was done by just one person and not per se AKS, and new members to view, to learn about. I just picked that one just because I prefer acting above everything else, and just to see something done with almost no nitpicks. If I don't have a nitpick, like, that's pretty good, actually. It was just, for me, I kind of cheated. It's not kind of an event, but you could say that this is like my second pick.
Very good.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That's a very good pick on that side.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yo.
I'm picking the Senkyo because of certain reasons why. You guys know why.
It was there.
Wait, let me just show you a picture here.
Oh.
Because of this picture right here. You know,
there he is.
Yeah.
Big stage. Oh.
He was so close.
Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Wow. Wow.
and just like seeing everything happen during a Sosenkyo, and like Jirina randomly on the freaking food stalls, just signing random stuff for everybody. That was the weirdest thing I've seen. Like just seeing the person who might win, just interacting with fans before the actual.
That was a cool
thing
story,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like this is so good. Like Sosenkyo is so good. Even though I was late for 30 minutes and missed the first part of the concert. So
Derek.
Yeah, I'll just add that Sosenkyo was amazing for two reasons. One, because it was a much better improvement than last year.
Oh, yeah, that
boy.
as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's roof.
Yeah, there was
Roof.
there was it just actually like happened, which was great. And then two, it was community. Idling is about being part of a community. We were a community that night. We had fun trying to keep it down with certain people in rooms next to us, and you know,
Boo.
so don't say boo. You know who was there. But it was just overall, it was just so much fun to actually be in a position where we all could celebrate why we do this. And it reminded me why I love AKB. It was a little frustrating too, because we were all being so loud and crazy, but at the same time, it was like, it was just, we were all very emotional that night. And that was really fun to be emotional together. And then again, when Dasu got named, that was like...
The Nagoya
was like-
crowd, man.
Oh man.
That was insane.
It was.
Like, yeah, what was that like when
Yeah.
you were there? You heard it.
Sakura-tan called number 3. Everybody left home. Like the NKT crowd, just like, yep, bye.
Wow.
See ya,
Gotta
bye.
catch a Shinkansen. Gotta catch a Shinkansen.
Yeah.
In the mad dash to the train.
They're like, okay, forget about it.
Like, you know, the upper stands?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
upper
yeah.
stands was
I
like
remember.
gone.
Oh wow.
Like, yep, bye.
All the lights
gonna win
were
by.
Dasu just going insane on that crowd. That was such an
Mm.
amazing moment, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Steve.
Yeah, I also had the Sosenkyo for my pick. One, because my Kamiyoshi finally won.
Yeah.
And two, because I'm an SKE fan, so obviously
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
happy with
Yeah.
everything that happened with SKE. And then also my second favorite member, Arayuki, went up 30 ranks from 58.
Oh,
to
yeah.
20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I
There were some
was
huge
extremely happy.
Yeah, there's
Extremely happy.
some members were doing huge jumps this
Oh
Sosenkyo.
yeah.
Also huge
He was
drops.
one of them, yeah. And
Yeah.
huge drops too.
Yeah, that's-
Tani.
Komi.
And then
Komi.
Oh, Komi goes. That was horrible. Poor Komi.
Oh
But-
no,
Yeah.
she just ranked the same, rank.
Basically.
and then we had our own fun drinking game as well on like a Discord server as well. So it was an amazing time. If there was any other event I would have to pick for second, that would be Request Hour, because NGT destroyed Request
yeah,
Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Such a.
So,
Wasn't even close.
but
Even
if there was a
Overture,
second,
though.
I can see
I mean, like, what?
We're teammating again, yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
NGT's Overture got ranked.
Yeah.
Again, because they put something in the farms up there, and you got the like some kind of chemical. It's like Wodacide or something, where they basically like you eat the food there and you become like an instant NGT. Well, their whole town are Wodas. Like even the grandmas, even though Basans are like NGT man rocks.
No.
And like it's like it's
Derek.
whispered, yelled. Yes.
They don't whisper, remember? They
I know.
like 3 meters away from each
No,
other.
correction. They do whisper after they lose their voice.
Okay, there.
They're yelling. So,
Basically, if you want to eat their rice, you have to vote for an NGT song for Request Hour.
basically, yep. Every grain of rice is a vote.
Oh my god, so horrible.
Overture. NGT.
every single one of NGT songs made the.
Yeah.
I know.
So
They're
that's
insane.
amazing.
The main side, the A side, the B side.
The C side, the
I
D
mean,
side.
I really think what's interesting about Request Hour is the discussion has always been Team 8. Will Team 8 ever win? And it's like every year they don't. But now I think it's becoming every year. Will NGT just take it over every year? And now it's like NGT's show. NGT really needs to have their own Request Hour because it's not even fair. Although I kind of like that. Because SKE realizes we can't beat NGT. Like, why are we even trying?
We'll have our own Request Hour. No NGT allowed.
And then ridiculous.
And then somehow an NGT song gets in there sneakily.
Well, the overture gets number 1.
The overture. NGT overture.
What would that be?
Oh, that's like
just put on a loop for 2 minutes. Like
the NGT mode is like snuck in. It's like, yay, SK wants. What?
Yeah, it's
right?
like,
Huh?
or,
Huh?
and like someone in the crowd, who voted?
Roll call.
You see someone eating rice, like, what? Oh, okay, that's bad. It's so bad.
Oh my god. NGT is too much. They're too much. This year it's gonna be the same thing. Watch, like after Request Hour this year, it's gonna be the same exact thing. It's gonna be like NGT, except they might actually win again or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. But anyways,
maybe this year they'll have a competition. Like, okay, we finally have this NGT thing under control, and then you hear like Ice One just coming in there with live viewing us.
oh, that'd be horrible.
Oh god.
NGT has one instant enemies. It'd just be like, oh, it'd be bad.
Oh, dear.
No.
Anyway.
DX, did you have one more as well?
Sorry, DX.
No, it's pretty much the same. So yeah.
All right. So,
Let's go to the people. First.
Yeah, let's go to the people first because I'm gonna get ready.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this.
Ay.
Flores for best event. His girl birthday stage. He loved it. Worst event, Drunken, obviously. Best group, he said something Nigata, I don't know.
something Nigata, I don't know.
Yeah, you said it, that was very. Ricky said something very smart about best group. He picked Team 8. Like, okay, yeah, I see it. He said, well, he said that they really surged this year, and they had more members ranking in, which happened. Like a lot of recognition to them, like more exposure to them. I can see why. It's a interesting pick. Miroslav for best event. So thank you. You know why. He wrote it down. Den Haag, best event ever. Worst event, same as us, Janken.
Yeah.
Best group, he picked NGT.
Of course.
Nothing specific that I could point out as to why. But he said because maybe he visited the theater to have that experience, like he really liked. I can see why. And SI-Doitsu had for the best event, he had the no sleeves 10th anniversary, which okay. He had an interesting pick for the worst event, the Thanksgiving concert.
Oh,
what?
Said, yeah, and
I
to be
don't
specific,
agree with that.
He's even very specific. He said the top 16, and he says it has a reason why some top members should not sing live solo ever. That's what he said.
Okay.
No.
SI-Doitsu, I love him, but he likes to be controversial just for controversial sake sometimes, I swear, and this is one of those moments. It has to be, because here's the thing. They're idols. They're not K-pop singers. Can we just clear that up? Okay, they're not K-pop. They're not American. They're idols. Part of the idol whole thing is if you suck singing, it's okay. That's HKT. Like 90% of them can't sing. No offense, they can't sing. Exactly. So it's just that's part of the fun.
I haven't seen the concert, so I don't know. But the only thing I remember is that participate because of their hiatus. And he says a funny thing about best group, Hiragana Keyakizaka, and the reason he gives, I don't understand it, but he says, I really hope that they get their egg. It's maybe I don't know, maybe someone I don't know. Those are the
Takashi
picks.
Judy?
I don't know. I don't know. Help. What do you mean? I don't understand. DX, take it over.
Well, for Mahardika, her worst event was like us, the Junkin tournament. Best event was Request Hour. And the best group, she picked Nikata as well, because in her opinion, NGT is the ace group of the 48 groups at the moment.
No, Bangkok 48 is.
Yeah,
They're unbelievable.
pretty much.
If you had to pick somebody not BNK 48, like that isn't named that, yeah, NGT would be up there because they're just solid all around. But I don't know. I mean, SK kind of they didn't have too bad of a year with 1 and 2 ranking Sasenkyo, and you know. Although, but then again, I don't know. Jirina did disappear. So
Well, this is a good moment to go to our next category.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think.
Good say. Good say.
Oh, we're getting that. Okay.
This
This-
is also kind of unanimous, though. But anyways.
Oh
No,
no.
because well, I'm gonna cheat a little. I have 2, not just because of
Okay.
this. For
Worst
worst song,
Okay.
first off, the one we are gonna talk about, it has its reasons, but I
Okay.
went through all
of them?
songs. I graded them all, and
Oh wow.
I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, there are so many bad ones.
Yeah.
Like, horrible. How is this even on this? But for me, the worst song, actually the song, is from the coupling song from Jabaja. It's SKE48's I No Moeka. And if you don't know, that's all the reason there to it. That is just, it's... Do you guys remember the video clip of them
Yeah.
going in their nightgowns and going to this discotheque and
Yeah,
had disco
yeah.
songs and I just
I did not see that coming.
it was so horrible. Look, even Derek just like I'm
Even Derek left.
it's maddening, and I had to. It took me 15 minutes just to get to that song and find a reason why I hate it, but it's just I can't find anything good from it. And it's like, well, the girls look nice. It's like not even that. It's like in the scenes, it's just it's so nails just going over a chalkboard, horrible combining. There's not a good point anything from this song.
I
Holy
did not see that one coming.
It-
Great.
Yeah, so that was my main pick of the worst song. But the worst song overall, I would say, not all because of its reasons, it is for me it's Sentimental Train.
I figured as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
This what can we say about it? This has been the worst publication of a song. First off, the song itself, if you even notice, it's just bland in the project in there.
This is planned.
But the way they released it, the way they made the MV is just amateur hour with the storyboard just scene missing, basically
Yeah,
showing
this is-
some in there.
Crappy 3D.
There is a group called
22/7.
27
Nanabununiji.
who's
Yeah.
using this system to perfection.
Why not use it?
It's under the same brand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah.
how is it possible
Yeah, AKS, yeah.
you're making this weird ass polygon system that I think some students in high school know better how to use a computer than to throw in there like, yeah, oh don't worry, she's here, la 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 la. It's like, this is just, it's laughably bad. And it was thinking, well, this is not the full version. First off, why did you bring it out? We spent months talking about how bad this is, and we were hoping, well, the complete version. When is she coming back? When they will show it?
The day.
They didn't have time for it. They were like, here's No Way Man, without
Yeah,
Jurina,
Same day.
and then, oh yeah, we added Jurina scenes somewhere. It's in there. Just look it up. We're not putting on our YouTube channel. You need to find
No.
it.
Yeah.
And then I finally saw it, and it was like, it's clearly just, oh, they edited it, they defined it, made it even better. No, it didn't.
Nope.
It didn't do anything justice. I think this was, you're a $1 million company basically doing this. You're supposed to be the #1 idol group in Japan and certain two other Asia aspects. this should not have come out. This, like, you would have just said, sorry, Juna, we're bringing out another single. Or you can use that as a tribute single, but not put anything anywhere, because this was laughably bad, and I could go on and on and on this. But I would like to hear your guys' thoughts as well. So I think I'm going to go over with Colin, because he has also something to say on Sentimental Train.
No, not about Sentimental.
Really?
When you said that, I was the Justice League thing with Mustache Gate, I think it's called, maybe not, with Henry Cavill, like CGI and people on the internet doing it better. It's like I had to think about that.
The bear with Superman. Yeah.
But I did not pick that one, but I don't want to go right now.
Okay. Oh. Who wants to go then to say worst song of 2018? Derek?
Who wants to?
I got one.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, Yayo. My connection's all screwed up. Go ahead, Yayo.
Right at that moment.
It wouldn't be our show if his parents didn't come in. This is classic Stones 48 talk. I can't believe they actually came in. I was thinking maybe we might just get one show with Yayo where they don't come in. He doesn't have a conversation. Nope.
Oh.
You frozen now? I think I'm good now. Are you good, Yayo? Or
I think he needs a moment.
Alright, you need a moment. I'll just say this. Sentimental Train, for all the reasons you said, obviously. The big thing was for me is that I think we all would have understood if ACAST wanted to wait. If they could have waited for Trina to come, I don't think not a single one of us would have been like, no. The only people that would have hurt was ACAST, because their wallets would have been lighter. Because obviously they're on schedule. I understand they got to get their money. They depend on that money coming in. So I get why they did it, but they could have also, if that had been the case, they could have went a whole other direction with it. They could have done something, obviously without Jarina, don't even pay attention to her, show Dasu, show Ogi, show Sakuratan, show all these other girls, and really give them a lot of love and respect in this video, and just do something different. Also, the song is just bland. I mean, whatever. So Senkyo songs traditionally tend to be pretty crappy, but I'm saying, like, it's just, I was expecting like a heck of a hook for Jarina's like big comeuppance. This is the first time in how many years we haven't had somebody named Sashi Harina win. So it's like, give us like the bomb of all bomb songs. And then actually I had a different song for worst. It was Cyane's grad song. And the reason why is because NMB did her dirty, because they just gave her a horribly bland, pointless, stupid song with an even more stupid video that didn't have anything except, what was that? Why not give Cyane an electric guitar, have her on stage, destroying stuff, all the NMB fans and NMB members crowding around her, taking turns, really worshiping the rock goddess that she's going to become, or is, or whatever. I mean, why not use Cyane's talents for her last and final song? Instead, you give her this bland idol song that, like, anybody who's in Idol School 101, first class of the semester, freshman year, could have written. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, there was nothing original to it. There was nothing about it that made me think, NMB, Cyane. There was nothing. Like, What Wrote the People is even a better song than that. So it's just like, I'm just saying, like, they did her dirty. Like, this is one of the icons of AKB48. I mean, this is like almost Atan level. They did her dirty. So I'm just thinking, like, that was a travesty. The more I thought about it, I watched a lot of songs last night too, also in preparation for this. And when I got to this one, I'm like, oh, Sentimental Train has some competition on this one. This is horrible. And it was just like, and not necessarily because of the song, but because it was Cyane's grad song.
The beat they made, that was also so bad.
Oh yeah, that was.
I mean, again, it's like
2 saggy boobies. That's what the beat was.
Wait, Derek, are you talking about like the main single song? Because I know that Cyane got like an actual solo grad song.
Yeah,
no. He's talking about the main.
The main single, song? The one everybody. Yeah, the big one. Like obviously, yeah, I know what you're. I know the one you're talking about. It was awesome in that sense because it was more cyanide. But I'm saying that should have been it should have been a main thing. This is cyanide we're talking about. It's like you don't just get a cyanide every day in a AKB. You know, the girl when I saw NMB live, like Steve, honestly, it was two voices I heard. It was Cyane's and it was Shiroma's. Those are the only two voices I heard because they let them sing live. You know why? Because they're amazing. Those girls actually have voices. And Cyane soared above everybody.
Very
everybody. Even when AKB was, you can't not hear Cyane. She has that real distinct guttural voice. So why not give us a Cyane song that capitalizes on that and also like pays homage to the fact she's doing all this rock stuff now. Like that's where she's obviously going, right? So why not show us that transition with a little bit of NMB sprinkled in? You know, give us some old school NMB hardcore groove dancing, and then bust that into like merge that with like a Cyane rock song. That would have been amazing. Instead, they dialed it in. Hey, freshman idol writer, can you? Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. $200? Sweet. Like they just saved some money on it. It was basically budgeting. I mean, that's what it was. So that really upset me. I thought Cyane deserved better.
Good. That's actually very, very, very clear to say, and very valid reason on this side. Yo, you were starting to say something before you were rudely interrupted.
Sorry, I rudely interrupted you. Sorry.
No, the parents, of course.
My worst song is NGT's third single. You know that.
Yes, that's
song?
Up there for me too.
Which one?
The ass song.
I'm not saying like there was a third single. I just see 1, 2, and 4.
You know the one with the pedal gun, the random pedal gun.
Yeah. Oh, bad. The music video was horrendous.
Just focus on Hinatan's ass the whole video. You know?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that was horrible.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks.
I had a headache after watching that the first time. The music video.
All right. Yeah, that's a very, very good, valid reason. That came out this year.
Yeah, April.
Oh, I can't even remember it. Wow. It was so bad.
I'll just tell you the song. Haru wa doko kara kuru no ka.
Yeah, that one.
Sure.
AKA the ass song. You know?
The ass song, yeah.
I'm sorry, Flores, but you know that's what it is. No offense.
Steve.
Okay. There's a lot of songs that I could pick from. It would probably have to be Auto Day, also from the third NGT single. That was the one with they did like the wacky space thing or whatever.
Oh yeah,
like that one
was good though.
No. That was bad. That was like.
Agree. Totally agree with you. Horrible. No offense.
I'm still expecting the kazoo to come in somewhere.
Next year's the year.
2019, man. That'll be the next single for AKB. Just a bunch of them standing in a line with kazoos because they just can't think of anything else to do. They already brought in like the harp, the
polka, accordion.
Yeah, I mean they already got polka, so kazoo's next. That or tribal music from New Zealand.
Hey, they had bagpipes also.
Yeah, bagpipes are pretty loud. What's next? You know.
And they're gonna have the NGT manager in kilt and doing the bagpipe. AKS. You know what to do. We're here.
They're listening. They're listening. Do it.
Hey, they do actually listen. That's the.
That's the best thing, yeah.
All right, but
general manager and bagpipes and kilt, you know.
Very good pick, Steve. What's that? The separate pick, or you still something else?
I mean, there was another one from the No Way Man.
Let's see.
Demo Kanojawa.
Let's see.
Like it started off with an acoustic guitar, and I thought it was gonna go that direction, but then a bunch just funky instrumentals just came in, just threw me off.
Yeah. I'm hearing some weird noises. Is that you, Yeo, on sounds?
Nope.
Nope.
What?
I'm not doing anything.
No.
All right. Continue.
But yeah, like that song, like it started off with an acoustic guitar, and I thought I was gonna keep it that way, and then it just went up with a bunch of funky instrumental, and just threw me off guard. I mean, the lyrics, I mean, the singing was good, but the instrumental I hated.
Yeah, I still have the one as well. That was a close second to the worst song. No, but I hated the Eski one even more. So that's a good pick. DX, your one.
Well, for me it was again the train wreck because 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 of everything that happened. For me, it's more like if you were gonna release a video, use the rest outside of Drina and not focus on Drina Touch, even though she won the Sosenkyo, but to come out with that crappy video, it's more like no, this is not going to do it.
Okay. Whew. I would say honorable mentions, but I'm just looking through this and the numbers I gave so many 2s to a lot of songs that it's like it's so bad. It's like not even had a good grades. At best song that was even weird. Like the main singles from a lot of them, even them they don't get higher than a 7 or except for one for me. So let's go then to then. Oh, Colin. I'm sorry, Colin.
Go first.
Go first.
It's fine. Disclaimer. When it comes to music, everyone has their own preference. It's like food. People like more sweet or spicy. So for me, when you ask me worst song, for me, you basically asking me, under no circumstance, which song do not want to listen to? And for me, it is NGT's Team G's Curtain no Gara, otherwise known as the most depressing song ever. When I heard that, I was like down for the entire day. It's like something so depressive, like the MV was depressive. The song, like just listening to it, the vocals and the music itself, it's so depressing, and it put me off so hard. Like I don't quickly get like changed in my mood when I listen to music, but that really did. And like it really took me out of it. Like I needed to listen to some other songs to get me back in a more cheerful mood because it was just so depressive. Not even sad. Like Sayaka's solo graduation song, Wasureta Hoshi. That one was sad, but good sad. Like it was so great. But Curtain no Gara, it's like, please no, don't do it. It's like that's like that is just
automatic skip.
Yeah. Oh, that's not even before skipping. Like if that even is on the radio, I'm like throwing the radio out. Like that kind of when I sense it, it's like my spider senses are tingling. But yeah, that was my pick.
Cool. Okay, before we go then to our final category, any from the comments that we have worst song that we didn't mention, or
Flores, worst song, Sentimental Trainwreck. Ricky, he says, although I like Sentimental Trainwreck, it is really a train wreck. You can't really justify it. So he picked that one even though he kind of liked it. Miroslav, worst song, Jabba Jab. And he says, probably not the worst song, but the song with the worst expectations / song ratio. This makes it the worst for me as I can ignore a bad song I've got no expectation for, but getting a bad song when expecting something good is so crushing, he says.
Yeah, nice, we were expecting a lot. Yeah, because we really did think Nacho was going to hit that one out of the ballpark. We were all excited, like, oh, Nacho's getting a single. She's center, and then we were like,
Yeah, this
but
what?
You actually liked it. But I think you actually liked it, Robin.
I'm getting to it. It's like when I listen to it, I think I gave it 6 or something. My ears. Yo, Jesus. What did I give it? Yeah, I gave it a 6, basically.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, yeah. So, I'm still it's the moment Nachan sings. The only part I like now is when everything before the big part is like when she comes to the camera and she points and then has her little solo part. I like that part. That's it. But other than that, it's not a good song.
Also, SI-Doitsu had for worst song he had 3 picks. Keiki Saka's Student Dance from Equivalent.
Yeah.
On the 46 side, I will agree. That's been my second. He has No Way Man as worst song, and he also picked Curtain no Gara, like me. So that was interesting.
Very nice to say on that side.
DX.
DX?
DX?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
something
has,
like
like-
that, I guess. Pacifica has also got Sentimental Trainwreck as well.
Yeah.
That's the new title of the song for now and another time. Sentimental Trainwreck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
The big one.
Here we go then. Like I
Oh,
think
here we go.
we've been.
Wait.
Oh.
I like Jamba Jump because of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Of course.
Nothing to do with song. All right, we've been going at it for almost 2.5 hours, so let's go to our final category, and that is the best song of 2018. Before that, we'll wait for Derek to return.
This is the
There we go.
Nice moment, like refresh. All right, Derek is getting ready. He's back. Here we go.
That's so funny. You just, as soon as you
What
said
a
it, my
timing.
thing just blew.
What a
like-
timing. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit in the best song category. I'm going to increase a little bit for the Sakamichi as well. So
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher this name because it's too fresh in my mind. Alright, I'm gonna cheat. So I'm grabbing my phone again. Just having my notes in there. That's why I'm grabbing the phone. Thank you, Apple Music, because then I can cheat. And that is for Nogisaka 46, it's Kairimichi wa Toma wa Rishita Kanura. So Kunaru. Jesus. It's the Nishino Nanase graduation single in there. That's just the I think the over at our Slope Club positions, they had also their top 5 best songs, and their one songs is the perfect send-off for a Nogisaka 46 song as a ace going in there, and it has a song that goes like very up and uppity to Nogisaka 46, so that's on that side. For Keikizaka 46, I'm still going with Garasu no Ware.
Yeah.
It's the song I still, when I go to work, I put it on there, and it's just like, it gets me pumped up going in there. It just, even though they didn't have their great year, it's still a song that goes into my style, and it really, really pumps me up in the morning. So that's a song I still listen to daily. But the best song for me, and I think some people know, but for me, it is NMB48's Yokubo Mono.
I knew it.
Yeah.
That song, it really gives me goosebumps. It's really the type of song that I need to. Any moment I want to hear that song, I can listen to it on repeat, going in there. That song is so strong. The MV is perfect to my desire in there, and it elevates. It has the beautiful violin going in there, going into piano play, and just when I just listen to it, it really, really uplifts me to anything. So this is why on NMB side, this is the best song for me for 2018. Take it away. Who wants to go next?
It's good.
That's good, yeah. No, I guess so. I've actually got the same choice because I was contemplating about What You Gonna Do, the coupling song from NGT48, or Yokubo Mono. But in the end, I like Yokubo Mono just a tiny bit better because, well, like you said, it's really uplifting. Whilst What You Gonna Do is not per se a bad song, but I really like Yokubo Mono just a bit better. But What You Gonna Do is second place for me. So those are my choices pretty much. What You
All right.
Gonna Do, yeah.
Anyone follow up with DX's choices?
I have actually a very good follow-up. I have the CD right here. It is a Yokubo Ono CD, but it's not the song. I actually picked the coupling song from Team N, Hankyu Densha.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
And of course, Derek leaves.
No, he's back.
Well, that is my favorite song. I actually had a second. It's funny enough what Robin said. My second one is Team 8's Hachinosu Dance. I'm not sure if that many people have heard it because it was a theater song, but that's the kind of song that gets me up. Like, it's so fun, refreshing, like so upbeat. It starts with the piano in the beginning, and the dancing I really like. That one is just so amazing. But I had to give it to Hankyu Densha because that song is just for my ears. It's so beautiful. It's just it is the one nitpick that I have with it, and I start with that. It's Yamamoto Sayaka center with Yamamoto Ayaka, and I feel that it should not have been a double center. Even though when you see the MV, I understand it, but Ayaka just does not. Like you don't hear her. We just said we talked about Derek said that really Sayaka and Mira are the only ones you hear. And with this song, it's just Yamamoto Sayaka, just the team, and her vocals are just so gorgeous. I really love the style of the MV as well. That's kind of why I picked it over Hachinosu Dance, because Hachinosu Dance doesn't have an MV. This song, it's just so beautiful to my ears. It's like so relaxing and just so beautiful to listen to, just because of how Sayaka sings it. It's not typically the kind of song that I would go for, but it just does it for me. And it was the first song this year to do it for me. Like hearing it, like I bought this CD immediately when I heard it, because it was just so beautiful. It's beautiful. I could say anything, say the MV, the songs, the music, just the members. It's just so beautiful, and that is why I picked it as my first, because it elevates me to another plane of existence almost. It's just so beautiful to listen to, and that always is like important to me. Just takes me to somewhere else.
Which type is that actually?
Type A.
Type A, just type A. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Need to remember that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it.
Awesome.
Yeo, your songs.
I actually have two good songs from this year. Actually, one of them is actually an old song that the 16th Gen remastered it on the new album.
Oh.
You know, Dakishimioka.
Yeah.
Dakisutsuoka. You know,
Yeah.
Moshikashite, like that song. It's actually an old song that when the 16th generation sang it, I'm like, this is so good. And like, even now, it keeps playing on my playlist.
That's a good pick, actually.
Yeah, great.
Also,
The demise. Anyways, good.
Also, my second best song of this year is Namida no Hyomen Choryoku.
Oh yeah, the Okada Nana.
Juri, Mion, and Mako song.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Really good one.
That's so a good one.
Because of the dance, and also like they also had like one line on like they also all of them had a solo line in that song, which was amazing.
I remember the All Night Nippon part when still one of my favorite moments with Judy and Mako doing the dance.
Yeah, they were
going there.
around, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Good pick. Good pick.
That's
Really good.
it came
Really,
very
really,
close,
really
that song, but it was it's a very good song to listen to.
Yeah, that's my two songs of the year, man.
Very
I'm
good.
cheating, I'm using two.
Everybody's good songs. This is good. This
Yeah.
is good.
Steve.
Okay, I'm also gonna cheat a bit because the Sakimichi side did amazing this year. So my overall favorite song is Nichijou from Nogi's new single. It's the Kitano Hinako's center song. She's finally back, and the song was just like amazing. It's like the cool type song that I needed, and it was delivered through Ki-chan, and I couldn't ask for any more. The music video was really funny as well. And then for the second would be the main single, Kairi Michi wa Tomowari ga Naru.
Yeah.
That was my runner-up. And then for Keyaki, Glass of Wari won. And then for the runner-up, it would be Yoake no Kodoku, Archie's solo song. Because it was a beautiful.
That's a beautiful ballad that she does. Yeah.
And then if I had to pick one from the 48 side, it would have to be Gai no Hitoe from NGT. Mainly because of the message that song brought.
Oh yeah,
It brought a beautiful message.
Interesting. Yeah. You just
I like that.
I want to follow up a little bit on the Nogi side. There was one song that also came out that was a lot of fun. That was with Shirai Shimai and Nishino Narase.
Oh yeah, that one.
The Kokoro monologue. That was just funny. It just escalates and suddenly there's bazookas and everything. So that was a pretty fun song to be in there as well. No, but actually, it's a very good pick on the NC side with the
Very good.
disclosure there. But yeah, Nogizaka had a stellar year on music-wise. There's not on Nogizaka's side I would say, oh, that's a horrible song. Maybe one or two,
Yeah,
but like
all the songs were pretty good.
it's like solid concert songs as well. If you hear them, you get pumped up. Very good. All right, Derek, your picks.
Yeah, so actually I only had one. I didn't really have another. Although I will say No Way Man actually could have been my pick for best song of the year if they wouldn't have did the no 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 at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that ruined the whole song for me. Because it literally, that song could have been really tough. Had great choreo. I know we like they're not the best MV shooting, but I actually like it. The more I watch that video, the more I'm drawn to it. Also, I just like when they start getting and it's like I feel my heartbeat going. It's like like I'm into this. Yeah, I'm into it. But it's like they screwed it up. So of course AKB. But here's the thing. NGT's What You Gonna Do is the best song of the year. There is no question in my heart or mind about that, because the minute I heard it, I knew I heard something special. Everything about it, from just the build in the verse, which the verse is genius, to the fact that you expect it to go ballistic in the chorus, and then they drop it down to what you gonna do, what you gonna do. Like, it's like I didn't expect that. And then the MV is beautiful. But for me, again, it was attending that NGT Handshake event, and they performed it. And seeing Mahahon, my NGT Oshi, who's in it, and the star of it, just looking, you know, not of this world or this universe, but another universe entirely. And you know, meeting her afterwards and confirming that, yes, she is not of this universe or another universe. Exactly. She is that perfect looking. But she moved very gracefully on the stage. There's just something about the way she exhibited her emotions into that. I saw something there that I hadn't seen in a lot of AKB this past year, which again is why my most shocking moment was the realization this year was not a good year for AKB48 at all. But NGT did come out pretty early with that, and it really impressed me. And even it's lasted this whole year. I mean, No Way Man could have dethroned it, but you guys have known I've been a sucker for that song. I still listen to that song regularly. I still have it on a playlist. I still hum it and sing it. So it's like it stayed with me. And again, for the second year in a row for me, NGT has crushed it. And NGT has, even with their coupling song, they put out the best song of the year. I don't think there's anything more creative than that song that came out this year. I don't think there's anything more intuitive to what a group could be with the members you're using. Every member for that song is picked perfectly for that song. You can't have that song be without Mahahon. She is sultry, sexy, womanly, but not. Like, there's a playfulness to her. That song fits all that.
That moment,
I mean, everything about that song.
The moment she's at the bar and just smiling
and she looks
at you.
over and she's like, and she starts singing, and you're just like, what if that was me? You know, what? And you take yourself for a moment out of the whole idol context, and you think, I'm a man, there's a woman, we're at a bar, she's looking at me like that, and I feel a connection. Like, again, I don't necessarily feel that way about her. Again, I keep a real strict obedience to not having a thing for idols, because I work with them. So I literally have taken that part of my brain and put it way far away somewhere, because I don't want to feel that way about idols, because I work for them, I serve them. I don't serve AKB, so that's why I can even talk about having Oshis, but I may someday. I don't know. I may be in a position to work with them. Mahahon, I can't have those feelings like that. But it's nice to know that they even put me in that mental place where I could think that. Where it was like, this is just a beautiful freaking video. Yeah, they reeled me. They fished me, hook, line, and sinker. But I think hearing it perform live, when that bass kicks in, and then like it's just that constant EDM beat, that 4 on the floor, like it works, man. Like the whole place in Makuhari Messe was pounding with that bass. It was pounding. The floor was freaking shaking. And for that song being as cool, chill as it was, I didn't expect that either. Live to come out so powerful and so strong. So I think That was a really good surprise. Is it gonna be the best song, the most memorable song for years to come? No, probably won't. But I just think in a year where there hasn't been too many great songs, if any, all those. Oh God, then again, all your picks, my God, all of you guys like nailed it. Like I actually like a lot of those songs. It's like in a year where it wasn't like Cloister of Fortune Cookie level or heavy rotation level, what you're gonna do was up there for me in terms of what I think AKB could offer me at this point in their career. Will they get better? Yes, I think 2019 they're gonna hit something. They're gonna come to a realization because they're losing all their big members. They can't rest on laurels anymore. They have NMB's a wasteland. ASKT's is a wasteland. Those two groups they gotta come together. Each of these groups got to put out songs that remind us why we love each of those groups. ASKT's got to put out a fun Genki song, celebrating their youth. NMB's got to put out a club thumper and a half to the point where it's like you're hearing in American clubs. It's that good. And NGT's got to come out with like that soulful, emotional, like second single homage continuation. And AKB's just got to do AKB. They got to remember who they are and not use kazoos preferably, and do it. And SK, it would be nice if they came out with a wacky, fancy song. I'm just saying if SK came out with like a Jurina Dasu like inspired song with Tani Marka at the center, that would be amazing. Okay.
Well said. You have something?
No, because he said kazoo. That was NGT's.
I know. I'm just saying.
All right. So yeah, I agree. We all had, I would say, different picks, most of us, and but we all agree with that the songs were those songs were stellar out of it.
Very much.
So those were our top 10 the 10 categories that we had throughout the year. How about we go to a little final message about 2018 and then what we look forward to the future. Oh wait, Colin, I think you agree. Should we do the comments?
Things.
Yeah.
Go on. The comments, and I have also a thing, but I will say that in a moment. Flores picked, of course, the one that just oozes Kato Mina, Kokoro ni Taijo. Because it's just perfect. It's just her, and I totally get why he picked that. Ricky had a tie between Position, the B-side for Jabaja, the AKB song, and actually one that I also agree with. Kimi wa Boku no Kaze, the Central Exam song. That was also in my top 5.
Yeah, it's so
not
good.
a bad song.
How did I forget that? How did I forget that? No, that's a good one. Good one.
Because Mion is a Central. No, I'm joking.
Horrible.
She was great. He also said on the Sakamichi side, Glass no Ware. I believe that was someone's pick. So that's set. Miroslav has. This is gonna be a fun one. NGT's Haru wa Doko Kara Kuru no Ka. He loves it. He says it beats the second single for him.
No, Miroslav, what they gave him in the Czech? The Czech Republic, come on! Oh man, we're gonna have some words. I'm gonna be typing him furiously tonight, man. No, sorry, no. There is nothing better than the second single for NGT in the past like 3 years. Koisuro Fortune Cookie. What came out of that? Boku Tachiwa.
Yeah.
Maybe Love Trip, and then NGT second single. That's it.
Don't shoot the messenger, please. He says it has something special. SI-Doitsu has 5 picks. I'm gonna mention them all.
Of course.
From AKB, it's Namido no Hyomen.
Yeah.
Another one is the Team K song Shuden no Guru from
Teacher.
Teacher.
Those are really good.
Stu, he had Bokutachi wa Sinbot da. Okay. I don't know that one. But he also has Nogizaka Unders Nichijo and Hiragana Kayakizaka's Ikitai Shitanai Jibun. He has a lot.
Wow.
Okay.
So, EX.
From Paisen Ika, she chose for best song, good song. She chose Kurayami from STU48. She likes the vibe.
Nice.
She also chose for NGT48 Sekai no Hitoe because of the message, and she likes the melody and the piano.
Cool.
And she also liked What You Gonna Do from NGT48 as well. And she has some special mentions from Nogizaka 46 Kumo ni Narebai, by the first generation Ikito Erika, Etomisa, and Sakurai Reka. And she chose also for Yamamoto Sayaka her graduation song Wasurete Hoshi.
Good one.
Okay.
No, but okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm just, no.
Hey, it's okay. It's also an opinion, right?
That's fire.
It's also
He
an
likes
opinion.
fire,
All right. So,
right? You know, firework.
Colin, you had something before we go to then the.
Yeah, when I say it, I think you will agree with me. So, I was not on the show last year, but when I watched the 48 special last year, you guys did predictions for this year. I'm gonna read them.
Uh-oh.
And we can discuss if they happened. Eric, for you had a lot. You won it. You won it. A Jurina in the Tokyo Dome that can knock everyone out. I don't know if that happened. Junkin back to the OG days.
She knocked herself out.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
That's true. Junkin
That's close.
AKB having several songs that you will be playing in your car. You don't have a car anymore, so I don't know if that happens. Kei Akisaka dominating the world. Nogisaga having more favorable songs for you.
Yeah, that worked. They did.
Okay.
They did.
Hey, one. Tiny Marika will rise. Yes, absolutely. Stu having their boat. Touring and in big stadiums. Okay. And a battle royale between all 48-46 members.
Still waiting for it. It will happen.
That did not happen. For Robin, you said you wanted a pure AKB single. We have Position, the Team A, K, B, 4, and 8.
Yeah.
Songs, those are the only ones. A new Bakajo test or Match Ike.
Central exam?
Central exam?
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Match Ike doesn't exist anymore now.
Yeah, you said that. I just wrote down what you guys all said. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. A good documentary, which you could count it.
Almost there.
Almost.
And an opinion, you want to be overwhelmed. Were you overwhelmed, Robin, this year? Think about it.
Not really. I would say if I go to it on no, actually the opposite. It's like underwhelmed. It would be say like it wasn't a good year for on AKB side. I would say.
Oh, I agree.
So yeah, it's actually the opposite. So I'm because were that it, Colin?
No, I have DX.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
He wanted a Bakacho test or Sports Festival. That did not happen.
Nope.
I also did myself. I said SKE, SSK blowing everyone away and learning from their mistakes and have a great concert. I was right. If you say it, yeah, they did have a roof. You know, we mentioned it. That's learning from their mistakes.
That's something.
An AKB member single only, which is kind of a bit few. A better Junkin did not happen.
Nope.
A good group event, that's up for debate.
Nope.
Maybe Produced 48, maybe. This is one. A new amazing show showing the girls' acting capabilities, which we kind of had. We had an AK Bingo episode about acting, a stage play. Maybe.
Somewhat.
And I wrote one down, which could be argued. A single announcement that would shake everyone to their core and be a surprise to everyone, like an opposite Riri point. I don't know if that happened, but we could argue about that. For me personally, not that much. Maybe Sashi or Sayaka.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it. But I did make predictions for this year.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention that before we go into that, I wanted to reflect a little final thoughts on the 2018 year. Do you have something you want to still mention, Oger? So let's go from just from the top to the left. And Steve, what do you think? What do you have to think like? I want to mention this that happened in 2018.
Nogi dominated second series. NGT best in land 48 group. AKB still not too good. 3 years in a row that I'm still disappointed with an AKB. Pretty much it.
Okay. DX?
For me in 2018, well, I guess it's more like when the whole Produce 48 thing started. Even our own subbox exploded pretty much with new fans, new people correcting us and such. And it's more like ever since Produce 48 has happened, and Derek is counting. No, ever since the whole Produce 48 show has happened this year, basically this little podcast has become a sort of gateway into AKB48 for the international K-pop fans.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, we got some K-pop fans who are regularly commenting on our podcast now, and that's something I never expected to happen actually.
Same here. Thought they hate us. They only hate me, so that's good.
They disagree with you. That's different.
Yeah, it's different.
All right.
But all in all, I just hope this podcast can become the gateway for international fans to AKB48 and the 48 group. So that's what I want to become.
Colin.
To reflect on this year, I think the BNK did amazing, and because of that, maybe better things will happen, like expanding, but in a good way, the usage of using the outside groups. I think that was a smart thing. They did a few minor things I thought were very fun. The stage play that I mentioned, I think was a very fun thing to do. The central exam thing was a very fun thing to do. Akimoto Sayaka.
Yeah.
The most, I think, was the best thing out of decision making that AKS has done. But I'm gonna pick a very weird one, but I think you guys may agree with me. I think the best thing to happen from AKB is me being on this podcast, in the sense that because of AKB, I can do this. Like, I was just some guy in the comments, like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, this is my opinion, and then. And then Robin, like, hey, wanna come on? I came on. Then during Deadpool 2, when I was watching that, oh hey, why am I in the 48 talk group? And now I'm here. I did so thank you viewing with you all. I think like me being in the podcast is like, because of AKB, is like a great thing to happen, but just for me personally.
Oh, that's very nice,
This year.
actually.
Yes.
You?
Awesome.
Wait, I forgot I was gonna say.
I'll give you a moment, Joe.
Yeah.
Derek.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, best thing for AKB this year was this 48 Talk. It was getting Colin to come on the show and us sparring as much as we do, but still loving each other at the end of the day. And having all of our guests on, people like Steve and Josh, everybody that comes on and it's part of our community. We've built a community here, and being part, getting our Patreon up and running and seeing that do well. Getting together at the anime convention and being able to hang out like bros and like celebrate this, and then have people come from like SI-Doitsu and Miroslav from other parts of Europe to share their AKB fun with us. And overall, just having a community. Like tonight, before the show, I got to see Gino, who's here in Japan. And, we went out and had some drinks and Chinese food, and took in my favorite place in Shinjuku to eat. And I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for this show. And this show's grown from something you thought of, Robin, that was like a one little idea, to this. And I think as well as I do, if everything goes well with what 2019 is going to be insanely awesome. If
still can't believe it.
Yeah, still can't believe
it.
We won't jinx it. But the thing is it's only going to get bigger and better, I think. And I think I'm really happy the K-pop community came in. I think that's amazing. I love our K-pop fans, even if they don't love me. I love them. And I also love the fact that we were wowed and surprised this year, at least in some sense. Produce 48 was great. I did get at least one song I liked from AKB48 overall. That's better than nothing. I got to see members I really love, do well. I got to see members I love not do so well. But overall, it's just being part of a community. The best thing for me is that I moved to Japan this year. I got to work with idols directly, and I'm still doing that. That's been a blast. It's been hard work, extremely hard work, but it's been very rewarding. and I got to see the other side of Idol, and it's put a lot of context into what AKB is. Now I see AKB much differently. I've also grown apart from AKB in the sense that this isn't my only gateway to Idol. My Idol world now is Underworld. I'm not mainstream anymore, but you guys have kept me here because it's so much fun to talk about this. It's so much fun to just debate and discuss all of this and every week, and especially the comments. That's even the biggest thing of all. Seeing all the comments we get, being able to talk to everybody, being able to have a community there, like in the comments where we have people leaving thesis papers of comment, which I mean that I'm happy about that, and I read everything, and to be able to comment back and to have a healthy dialogue that isn't built on hate or meanness. Like, we rarely have that. Rarely. It's always very intelligent comments, which I love. Yeah, we have the smartest group of fans. I'll say that to anyone. We have the smartest group of fans that love what we do. That's the best part about 2018 for me this year when it comes to AKB, is this. 48 Talk is my life. So I hope we do this for 10, 15 more years, as long as AKB's around. I hope we go until they go,
Yeah.
I really do. I hope we can only get just bigger and bigger, grow this more. But this is a good year for us. We didn't have a bad year. We had a good year. So that's good.
My thoughts exactly, because my feeling with what you is like, it's not going into the underground, but you showed me underground, because seeing NoAKBNoLife multiple times was more than a joy. Just experience that on that side. But yeah, AKB itself, it wasn't their great year, and it had an effect on it. But still, we did the show every time, and we had a lot of blast going through this. And I'm still expecting a lot more bigger things. Even though my work has been a lot more swamped because I'm getting more responsibilities on that side. So trying to balance it out with a lot of things is just pretty hard. But you guys kept me also here, just continuing and going through this. And it's without this, I don't think I'm gonna say it, I wouldn't be maybe such a fan of AKB48 anymore, because the passion you guys share will keep me involved and let me watch things and let me experience those things to effect. So I'm very grateful for that throughout the year. And yeah, I'm hoping, and here we go into the next segment, because 2019, what I'm hoping to expect is the return of what once prominent, what gave me the reason to follow AKB48, or even on the Sakamichi, just becoming back in there, because I'm really hoping that 2019 will be a year where it will blow everything out of the water. Like, this is really what I'm hoping for. What I'm expecting to see is just the new aces, the new groups from every kind of sister groups in there, showing good songs, showing something new, showing something relevant again, and not just winging it, what most have happened in 2018. No more hiatuses, no more falling outs, no more, physical condition problems. Just giving me the best of the best of the best. And funny enough, just no more falling out, and you get Derek, who he times it perfectly every time. But I'm hoping for that.
Towards the end. Come on.
It's so perfect. You could do it, Derek. Here he comes. He's loading. I think you can hear it. Yes, there he is again.
Yeah, there he is again.
Yay!
All right.
Sorry.
Yo, I want you to think about your thoughts for 2018, and then move into what would you like to see in 2019.
2018 for me was like half of year is mostly AKB, but like throughout the year, I've loved like Bang Dream and Love Live more, so I knew the calls better than I did in AKB, because even though they don't do calls, it's because of the other communities that support me for the calls. But like with you guys here, I stay in AKB and true to my Kami Oshi, like.
Yeah. I see.
But like 2018 was so good for me because of me having like connections in Japan to actually attend the Sosenkyo and be that near to an Oshi, like not Kami, but her best friend's seat. and actually see one of the greatest moments in AKB history. I don't know if they show that, but like the moment during the Senkyo, you know, when Nachan and like Jirina just hugging off each other. That was the greatest moment I've seen in AKB in the past 2018. And like, if I didn't ask my friend Tiffany, hello Tiffany, by the way, if I didn't ask her to give me a ticket or like sell me one, I would not see that great moment of just like them hugging each other and just like, good luck in Senkyo. That was so good. Like, oh, I wish anybody could have seen this, but everybody did. It was good, but like, it was literally 2 seats in front of me, and it happened. I'm like,
wow,
did that just happen? I'm like,
Cool.
oh my god!
And what do you look forward to in 2019?
Look forward to 2000. Kojimako to number 16, finally, maybe. That's my hope for 2019. That's the number one. So I keep it short because you know I rather react to people's other list. You know, like I'm more of a action person than a speaker. So yeah, that's my 2019. 16 Mako.
Awesome.
16 Mako.
Team Mako, I'm with you. Let's go, Team Mako.
All right,
Let's
Steve.
do it.
What are you looking forward to in 2019?
I'm expecting that Nogi is probably going to do well and beat 48 groups. Maybe for Kayaki, a new center finally. Hopefully.
Ooh.
Hopefully a new center.
Oh.
Because they kind of need that.
Agreed.
Agreed.
For AKB, I think it can only go up from here. They've been having terrible years for the past like 3 years. So I think they're going to possibly be on the rebound. For SKE, especially, I think Das is probably going to get center. I hope she does. She really does deserve it. And then also, Jirina's probably going to make a comeback. Like, she's going to, like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, I don't know. But she's going to, like,
rise back to the occasion.
Yeah, she's going to rise back.
Okay, good.
Like a dark phoenix, man. Phoenix from the ashes, man.
And then just personally for me, I'm hoping to get more into like underground idols just throughout the whole entire year. And then if I am able to study abroad in the fall next year, I would try to see as many idol events as I can.
You better. I better see you. I better see you there. We're gonna have words, brother. If I see you in Japan, you ain't coming to a Necroma show. I mean, will have words with you.
I already promised Humori that I would come.
Aww.
Very nice.
She's such a fisher. She's got you hooked.
Yeah, she should fish me really bad.
She's such a fisher. Good. That's good, though. That's good.
DX.
No, like I said, for 2019, for this podcast, I hope to become, we as a podcast, we hope to become the gateway into the 48 group world. That's the only dream I have for this podcast. When we started like 2 years ago, it was like, okay, I'll tag along and we'll see where it ends. And right now we have a good Patreon running. We built a community. Our subscriber list is about almost 500 people. It's more like, I never expected this to spiral out so like this. It was so unexpected, and now that I've come to terms of it, I hope we can become bigger than this. And that's the only wish I have.
Very nice.
Great.
Colin.
Okay, so I wrote down what I want to happen next year, like my predictions, and I want to predict. Hopefully it comes true. A new AKB drama, not Majisuka, but Kabuska would be fine. Just a new drama, something fresh. An interesting new AKB event, like. Well, what we had produced 48, and the wrestling thing, you could argue was 2 years ago, or maybe this year too. But something new, and maybe that will happen. There's something happening, maybe. But I would like to see something new. The 48 group doing something out of Asia. I would love that. Like, doesn't matter where. Well, if it's in Europe, that would be fine.
Oh,
But we'll see. And prediction for centers, because I think that's a fun game. I predict that next year, Mukaichi Mion, Takahashi Juri, Suda Akari, Furuhata No, Yoshida Akari, and Kato Minami will be A-side centers somewhere in this year.
Interesting.
Nice.
I would really
Nice.
like Yuihan as well, but Yuihan I'm not too sure of, but she's more like an honorable mention. For them,
Okay.
I want to see them, like what Steve just said about Dasu. I really want Dasu to be center. Like, that would be so amazing. But everyone I mentioned, I would like to see a center, an A-side center somewhere. Not per se for their respective groups. I'm keeping it a bit open. But, sorry, but I would like to see something like that, like one of those things. Maybe that will, maybe that won't. We'll see.
All right, and Derek, finish us off.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all nailed it on the head, everything. These are all my hopes and dreams too. My biggest takeaways would be that for 2019, I really want us to do this for a living. I want us to be able to get paid enough where we can actually, this is our job. We talked about that when we were talking about Patreon back in the summer. I remember we were all sitting in Gino's apartment, and like, you know, me, DX, you know, and we were just, you know, really wanting that, and I think we can do it. I think we'll get there. Like, 500 subscribers is nothing to shake an eye at. I think that's an amazing accomplishment. I think we can get a few more zeros onto that. I do. When I look in the search engines on YouTube and I type up random things about AKB or SK or NGT, we come up on like every front page. And I think everybody watches us, they get into us, they realize like we love AKB. That's why we're so critical, because we love them. But we give praise where it's due. Having said that, for 2019, I would like to praise AKB more. I would love to be able to say, you know what, this song crushed it. Oh wait, this song just crushed that song. Oh wait, this song, I can't even, my brain exploded. Like, I want a lot of brain explosions. I want literally my brains splattered against all walls in my apartment, because I am so blown away by what AKB can do. It's gonna start real simple. In 2019, they need to fire every single one of their music writers, every single one of them. I'm being serious. They need to fire every single one of them.
Yep.
They need to hire really creative, really thought-provoking songwriters. Hint, come to the underworld. There's a lot of them. And, you know, tag a few of those guys to write some really solid songs for them. And then I think on top of that, I would love to see AKB expand and do different things. Like you were saying, calling something different, like kind of a new group. I'd love to go back to what I've been saying. Bring some of the girls to the underworld and let them get their own little mini groups going. Let them get some experience. All these girls are sitting around doing nothing as AKB members that don't have that Rina, Matsui, Okada, Nana moment in AK Bingo, because there's only so many times we can get that with members. Let them have their own way. Like, you know, Showroom's definitely been a good avenue for a lot of them, but not all of us watch Showroom. But I think live, they'll win over a lot of people. And I think, like, for example, you get like a little mini group, you have them come and do something like the Underworld, or even, it doesn't even have to be Underworld, it can be just a sponsored AKB event, little mini events, group up these groups. I think AKB will reinvent itself. It'll be more grassroots, more community-based, which it should be. I think they need to bring back AKB Cafe Ante no Dare. They need to do more stuff at the cafe. Cafe's dead. They need to make that revive before they shut down that iconic thing, because all the other cafes have been shut down. They need to get back to what made them who they are. And they need most of all to listen to their fans, because I'm sure we're not the only ones saying all this. And it would be nice to see some centers, but not the centers you're saying, Colin. I would be happy with them, but I want new centers. I want unknowns. I want girls that aren't even on our radar. I want the next Achan. We still don't have her. We still don't have her. I'd like to see the next Achan. I'd like to see the next, you know, girl who's going to take Signing's place in NMB. Is it really Shiroma, or is there another? You know, HKT, open position at the top.
Yeah.
Harpy is not coming back, it doesn't seem like. So, who's that? And most of all for me, Tani Marika. I would love to see her get something before she fades away into obscurity. I don't even care if it's a contract to be a Seiyu. And she just announced, hey, I'm leaving, but guess what? I'm going to live my dream. I'm going to be a Seiyu. That's my hope for her. Either she does that, or she ascends the ranks and gets back to her greatness in SKE. You know, maybe become an SKE center position, like right under, like that's his number 2. You know, it'd be great. It'd be awesome. And then
new management, SKE.
Yeah.
New management.
Yeah.
I'd love the Sasenkyo to be awesome again. I'd love it. I'd love it to wow us and surprise us. I'd love the Junkin to get back to its old roots again. AKB has all the ingredients they need to be massively great again, but they just got to look to what made them massively great and then invoke that. Not necessarily repeat it, invoke it. Like take the spirit of that and really, really, really get creative, new, fresh talent in, something new for us that we can say, yes, AKB is, they've done it again after what, 12, 13 years. They've reinvented themselves. Let's do it. And most of all for us,
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, almost. Almost.
Waiting for it.
Great face.
Oh, stop it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is. Yes, Derek.
Yes.
Oh no.
No, wait. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
sorry. Anyways, that's my wish. I want us
No,
all to
most
stay
of all,
together.
we didn't hear the last one.
Yeah.
No, that was it. Most of all, I want us all to. Most of all, I would like us to not have so many goddamn technical problems. That would be awesome. That's why we need like professional upgrade. We need like a studio or something. Like all of us should have. That's what I want more than anything. No more of this.
No. What I just want now,
done.
yeah. What I just want now is just like Nogisaka 46 just did. Let AKB take back the Japan Record Awards because.
Oh, did Nogi win?
Nogi
Yep,
won?
Yep,
Oh.
this just in. They won. Synchronicity?
Yeah, Synchronicity. They won. Nice. They
Go
won
Nogi.
They won 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Just
That's-
like AKB did. Just like AKB
Beautiful.
did.
Oh, nice. Luckily it's not the pump. Oh, I was so worried. No.
I love that.
All right. Wow,
God.
guys.
Okay.
I just gotta say, I love you all. It's always a joy
Love
with
you right
it.
back. Love all of you.
Yes.
So with that, from all of us at 48 Talk, we wish you a happy New Year. Happy 2019. We'll see you then in the next year.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the
2000.
Sorry.
Next way to the end.
Bye bye. Happy New Year, everybody.
Tani Marco 2019. Let's go. Tani.
Happy New Year, people!